What's going on, Landy boy?
Not much. What's up with you, Tommy boy?
Oh, you're filming episode 38 of the podcast. Insane, you've made it this
38.
far.
38 represents the amount of coughs I have per minute.
Yeah, yeah, Landy's still dealing with the sickness. You all saw the last community post, but he was feeling good enough to hop on, so we'll yank the meat for 3 hours.
Yeah. You know what 38 also represents, Tommy boy?
Some basketball player you're gonna tell us about.
Yeah, NBA player Kwame Brown.
Wow, shout out
Shout out
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown. Kwame
Yeah.
Brown, believe wore 38, and he
Okay.
played. He wore 30. I had to look it up. Google says he wore 38. He probably didn't.
Hmm.
He wore 54.
Was it the Google AI overview?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that stuff is never accurate.
Okay, for real this time. Shout out. Oh no, he did wear 38. Never mind.
Oh,
Wore it for the Pistons. Yeah,
okay.
shout out Kwame Brown.
Yeah. Okay.
NBA legend who once got yelled at and cussed out by Kobe Bryant.
Oh, must have really done something to get Kobe to lose his school.
No, no, just Kobe. Kobe was like that.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
uh, I don't know much about Kobe, but he seems like a really lame, boring dude who does nothing but play basketball.
What does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
I love that video.
Um, But, but I'm the best.
Man, shout out Kanye. Oh my God, we can bring this up. Kanye had a funny tweet earlier.
Yeah, I was about to say. Did you see the
Yeah. Uh,
yeah the
I swear I took a
the
screenshot.
tweet?
I think I took a screenshot of it on one of my phones. Let me see if I got it. I
The
want to
fact
read
that
it
we can
out.
say
It's
the
so funny.
tweet. The fact that we can say the tweet
Wait.
talking about Kanye and
Oh, I don't.
still not be specified enough.
Hold on. Okay. No, I can pull it up on Twitter. I thought I took a screenshot, but
Yeah, I was about to say.
oh, speaking of Twitter, I got some Twitter news later. Okay. Here we
Oh
go.
boy.
Here's the tweet Kanye put out. The song is called Cousin, about my cousin that's locked in jail for
Yeah.
life for killing a pregnant lady a few years ago. I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's cock till I was 14. One of the tweets of
Who else
all
but
times.
Kanye? Who else but Kanye?
Truly one of the tweets of all time. And
I mean,
the
if he would have dropped that, if he would have
video
dropped that during
attached
his
to it,
anti-Semitic rants, bro,
see, this is a crazy video he has attached here.
I cannot wait until the day. I cannot wait till the day Northwest grows up enough to have like social media and stuff,
She
and she has
does.
to look at like, oh, she does.
Well,
Does she run her own?
no,
I mean, like, does she run her own?
Kim runs her TikTok, but she has one.
I'm saying like, wait till the day she's old enough to like own her own social media accounts and stuff, and just has to see the archives and archives of Kanye tweets talking about his cousins and
And word
Nazis and
penis.
Hitler. Yeah, the original title for
For Jesus.
for Donda. Yeah, for Yeezus. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Yeezus, not Donda. For Yeezus.
Oh,
What a what a generational run Kanye's been on in Twitter this year.
what a generational run Kanye's been on his whole life.
You know what the opposite of generational is? WrestleMania 41
Oh, yeah, I knew
ended
you'd want to talk
last
about
night.
that. Because, see, the
Yeah,
last text I got from you yesterday was night 2 of WrestleMania is going pretty good, or something like that. Or, no, hold on, let me pull it. I think you said it was perfect. I think you said night 2 was perfect.
up until the last match, it was perfect.
Yeah, you said the second night has been perfect so far. And then I saw on your Snapchat you said I just witnessed the worst WrestleMania in the history of wrestling.
Yeah, the last match was that bad. So you know the whole Cody and Cena storyline's been going on, right?
Yeah, Cena won, right?
Yeah. So here's what
Yeah.
happens: the main event, the very last match, the biggest match of the show, was the last match of night 2.
Hmm.
It was Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. John Cena makes his entrance first. You know, he has the same music,
Of course.
but instead of having all the flashing lights and colors and stuff, uh, it's it's just his entire like screen is black, and it's just his name in big white solid letters. It's John Cena. So it's like it's not
Hmm.
any color like he's worn in the past. It's just completely black stadium, and then John Cena, big white letters, is on the jumbotron and the board and all that.
Yeah.
He
Makes
makes his
sense.
entrance. Odie comes out. Has like motocross drivers and stuff like crossing each other and jumping the stage and like drifting and stuff into position.
Hmm.
He walks out through the middle of them. Match starts off. It's slow. John Cena just buries Cody Rhodes for 20 minutes. And at the end of it, the both guys are just like down. They're on the ground recovering. And you just hear Fiend, 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 and Travis Scott walks
Yeah.
out the ramp. God Almighty,
Yeah.
it's working me up.
It is. Yeah.
Travis Scott interferes. Cody Rhodes hits the Crossroads finisher on him. But John Cena wins in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a singles match in 7 years. He hasn't won a match at WrestleMania in 10 years.
You know,
And he just beats Cody in 20 minutes.
so it was Drumsticks, the ice cream that sponsored this WrestleMania, right? You know, they actually
Yeah,
spoiled John Cena winning early.
yeah, I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, they put a video of the belt out and they didn't blur out the part that had John Cena's name on it. Yeah, I kind of expected Cena to win. You know, I didn't actually watch night 2 or most of night 1, so I didn't see it. I don't know, how good or bad it really was, but that's what I expected.
Night 1 was awful with a really good last match. Night 2 was great with a really bad last match.
I did see yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, night 1, uh, Triple H and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, kissed each other on the lips. It's a little
At
sus.
Hall of Fame, at the Hall of Fame after SmackDown, yeah. After
Oh, that was.
Friday night
Oh,
SmackDown.
okay. Yeah.
It's
It
Friday
was
night.
one of those days. Sometime around the weekend,
Uh,
they were kissing each other.
Triple H, yeah, Triple H was going to the Hall of Fame, and Shawn Michaels is inducting him or something. And Shawn Michaels says, "And don't worry, the only time we ever kissed was that time on TV."
Now, I'm pretty sure, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Triple H was on the Jimmy Fallon show, and he said that he didn't feel right inducting himself in the Hall of Fame as the president, CEO, whatever of WWE, but he did.
So it was everybody else who runs it did it behind his back. Like he didn't want to go in. He wanted to wait till he was like long gone to go in
Okay.
because he didn't feel comfortable like picking himself. So like all the other higher ups gather around behind him, whatever behind his back, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna put Triple H in. We're not gonna tell him. We're gonna surprise him."
Okay. Yeah, that makes
But like it
sense.
wasn't his decision. It was like all the other higher ups and stuff.
Yeah. Also, guys, I'm gonna be eating a taco bowl because I just got home, so you can enjoy this mukbang.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
It's been
enjoy me
a.
mute.
Huh?
You can enjoy me mute myself every 20, 25 seconds for coughing.
Oh. Yeah. So, anyways,
Once I
what you
run out of
think
water,
about
I'm screwed.
what you think about night 1? I didn't watch that much of it. Well, in fact, I only saw one match of it, but yeah. I mean, it seemed alright, but I want your perspective on the rest of them.
Really, really boring, really bland. Sabrina Carpenter, white, boiled,
Mm-hmm.
unseasoned chicken style show. A couple like entertaining spots and moments throughout, but like just really, really bland altogether. With a really good, fantastic, perfect, chef's kiss main event. Not really main event because I hate when they say main event of night 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the last match of night 1.
Mm-hmm.
That Triple H cooked up on that with that Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk match. I don't know if you watched that or not.
I saw a few
But
clips of it.
if you have Peacock, go watch that format at the end of night one.
Okay. Oh, motherfucking
I'm not gonna
bug
spoil
flying
it.
in here.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but that was like
I'm gonna
great.
go kill a bug really quick.
The main event of night one, if you really definitely want to call it that, but the people call it that. WWE themselves call it that. It's stupid to call it the main event of night one. And Tommy Boy's back.
Yeah, it landed on my door, so I just opened it, flicked it outside. Anyways, I kind of want to open this box I got here, because this is from Vivamu, which is, my favorite cannabis brand. You see me digging out of these jars all the time. Well, this box is a lot bigger than two of these, right? In fact, it's as big as probably 15 of them. So I'm just curious, like, did they just run out of really tiny boxes like they normally use, or did they send me something extra for being a loyal customer for the last, like, 5 years? So I figured I'd wait and open it here just to see, because it might be something cool. Or it might just be a lot of bubble wrap. I think it's a lot of bubble wrap, unfortunately. Let's check. Did I put anything extra on the order
Well,
list? No.
is it a glass container?
Yeah, but these are really fucking durable containers. I drop these things all the time. Okay, yeah, it's just they normally send them like this in this much bubble wrap. They included this much extra. So
They think you're autistic and want something to pop.
there you go, guys. Hope that was satisfying.
I know if I got into the Cody Rhodes versus John Cena match in depth, like I usually do, and start ranting and yelling and going bad cop mode on it, I would probably not be able to recover from the absolute asthma fit I would give myself. I don't even have asthma. I would give myself asthma fit from just yelling and screaming so much about that match. I'm going to try to keep it down, maybe at a future date when I'm not coming off the worst week of my health in a long, long, long time. I can do it, but not today.
Dude, I'm also coming off
Wait.
probably the worst consistent week of health in my entire life.
Oh yeah,
I
me
haven't
too.
been I haven't been sick, but like every day it's been like a new problem. One day I got a bad tummy ache, one day my throat hurts, one day it keeps changing. I feel good today though. I think it's over, but like holy shit, there are some days where I'm like, what the fuck is up with my body?
We're recording this Monday. Now, Wednesday, I started feeling some symptoms. I had like sore throat, like a little bit of headache. I woke up the next day, sore throat was worse. Had I was lightheaded, and I think that's the day I went and got swabbed. I got swabbed. Flu came back as like it was like a light positive. So it's like whatever you call a light positive. It wasn't like full on. I caught it early enough, so I've had flu. I've been taking allergy pills now because once I got over the lightheadedness and headache and all that, that's what hit me. Runny nose, stuffy nose, more headaches, cough. Now here we are.
Yeah.
And the best part about it, 2 times in the past week, I've been called out for that Speak Your Mind Ice Bucket Challenge. Which
That's still a
means
thing.
now, yeah, people brought it back. Now it's called like something different, but it's called like the Speak Your Mind Challenge.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the
I've
ice
been picked
bucket
for it
challenge from
twice.
whenever that was the LS ice bucket thing from. Fuck, when was that, dude? Like 2010, 2011? No, no,
I'd
no.
say
That was
2014.
that was
It's
at
like 2014, 2015.
I'm gonna say 2013 because I moved
Nah,
away from my.
2014, 2015.
It could be, but see, here's why.
I vividly remember it's at least 2014 because when I did mine, I nominated my fourth grade science teacher for it.
See, I feel like it was in 2013 because I remember I moved away from my dad in 2012, right? And then my mom got a new place in 2012, and we only stayed in there till the end of 2013. And I did the ice bucket challenge in that house. So it had to have. I mean, it was in like fall, so it was like late 2013. You might have got to it around 2014, but I definitely started before then because I remember doing it in a house that I only lived in 2013.
Okay, so maybe it was both because I just remember I did my fourth grade science teacher as one of my nominations.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
you said you had a lot of stuff planned. I said I have nothing planned other than, talking about WrestleMania. So, what do you got for us first, Tommy boy?
Well, I just got so many topics and shit like saved on my phone or phones, multiple to talk about. So that one. So,
Don't you have something you want to show the audience?
oh yes, I do. I can't believe I forgot about that. It's right on my desk. It's all right. Let me get the box for it so I can do the whole presentation and whatnot.
If you haven't watched past couple episodes or so, you better be surprised.
So
You better be surprised if you not watched.
so we mentioned that there was it on the air? I think it was. Maybe on the last episode we were.
Probably it was. Probably was.
Yeah, we were talking about wrestling figures. We were looking at wrestling figures, and we found one of Bryan Danielson that looks exactly like me.
AKA
And
Daniel Bryan for those out of the loop.
yeah, so I mean, it's me.
That is literally you.
It is literally me as a wrestling figure. Like,
You know what you should do? You know what you should do? For
what?
the thumbnail of this episode, instead of putting you, put the face of the action figure. It's
Oh,
like
I
a
got you.
really, really close up, high quality image of it, and make that the thumbnail.
I don't know if I can. I'll just, I'll take a higher quality one off my phone. I'll get that. But yeah, that'd be hilarious. I'll definitely do that.
It's a two-man job coming up with ideas, man. I tell you.
Yeah. And anyways, I want to show off the box too, because it comes with some extra hands. It comes with a picture of Brian, the AEW logo. You know, but more importantly, we've got the whole collection of characters on the back here. All right, we
And
got
guess who's there on the far right?
Jamie Hayter. All right, we got Matt Hardy. We got what's
That's
this
Jeff.
guy's name? Claudio Castagnoli. We got Alex Reynolds. We got Wheeler Yoda, and then we got John Moxley,
You.
friend of the show. So pretty cool.
So
Yeah,
that was Jeff Hardy, but Pierce there.
didn't I? Oh, I said Matt Hardy, didn't I?
You said Matt. You said Matt.
I knew that was Jeff
You
too.
know, Matt Hardy's wife though is really, really like super popular on social media. She made a video one time at Dollywood with her kids who were young at the time
Oh,
playing ring toss. And you know who happened to be in that video?
you?
Shawn.
Oh, really?
Shawn Blanchard, our good friend, our good buddy, the GOAT, the legend Shawn, actually attended the game that Matt Hardy's wife was playing with her kids.
Do you think he knew?
I sent it to him like later on whenever I found the video. Like did some digging about Dollywood on TikTok and just found that. And I said like, "Hey, do you know you met them?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind
So
of expect him to know, but I feel like you know infinitely more about wrestling than any other human could hope to.
I don't know infinitely more, but I do know quite a bit more than I should.
Who won WrestleMania 6?
Or
Yeah, main event, WrestleMania 6.
WrestleMania 6 was that 6? Was that Hogan versus Warrior?
I don't know, but the fact that you even had a guess means you know something.
On WrestleMania 6. Yeah, that was Hogan Warrior.
Yeah. If I went up to Shawn and said, Shawn, who was main event WrestleMania 6? You go, I don't know.
Shawn just likes wrestling, man.
Yeah, Shawn likes wrestling. You love wrestling.
Here's the poster for WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
That was a fantastic guess on my part.
Yeah. And speaking of,
Let's just look at some of the old school names from the 80s and 90s. All right,
okay,
Paul Roma defeated the Brooklyn Brawler. Rick
Brooklyn
Martel,
Brawler.
who's the Rick the model. Martel defeated Coco Beware. Coco Beware's entire gimmick was being a black dude who had a parrot. Demolition Axe and Smash defeated the Colossal Connection.
Dude, imagine being a wrestler and someone's like, "Hey, what's your name?" Smash.
Earthquake, who for a long time had a tag team partner named Typhoon, who got renamed before he was Typhoon was Tugboat.
Oh God.
Defeated Hercules. Brutus the Barber, Beefcake. It's Mr. Perfect. Roddy Piper,
No
a
go.
Canadian who acted Scottish. Bad News Brown. It's got to be racist.
It probably is.
The Hart Foundation defeated the Bolsheviks, Nikolai Volkov, and Boris Zhukov. Both of which, by the way, are not Russian. He's Croatian. He's American.
Don't ask Israel who committed the
Barbarian.
Bolshevik genocide.
Barbarian. Tito Santana. Dusty Rhodes, shout out, and Sapphire defeated Randy Savage and Queen Sherry. The Orient Express. And no,
They're not Asian.
they're Asian. I was saying no, they're not American. Because these guys were American Croatian up here. The Russian team. I'm saying the Orient Express, two Japanese dudes. Well, he's American, but he's absolutely a Japanese American.
Right.
Defeated Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, his entire thing was sticking to somehow saying "ho" and packing on a 2x4. Dino Bravo. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, had a belt that was made out of gold and diamonds with dollar signs. Jake the Snake Roberts, who packed a sag with a snake to the ring. Big Boss Man, who dressed up as a policeman, defeated Akeem. Akeem, by the way, he was dressing. He's a white man, obviously, right? He's American. He dressed up in like African, like Nigerian garments. It's called the African Dream.
You know what I'm noticing
Rick
on
Rude,
this list, really quick?
who was basically a male stripper.
Yeah.
Jimmy Snuka.
You know what I'm noticing?
Yes, that's how we dressed in the ring.
So like
what's that?
every time they say like this person and then it has parentheses with that person, they have a link to that person. Why doesn't Bobby Heenan have a link?
Because he's already up here earlier.
Oh.
Apparently he's coming up with like everybody. Back then, managers could have like 18 people they managed. And then Ultimate Warrior. I was Ultimate Warrior for Halloween one year.
That's cool.
By the way, in 5th grade. If I ever find a picture of that, I'll be sure to send it to you.
Hell yeah.
Defeated Hulk Hogan. I love how you like WrestleMania 6 gives you a link to the Canada portal. Because this WrestleMania took place in Canada. Like you could just like start going into the rabbit hole of just like weird wrestling names from that era.
While we're on the topic of old wrestlers and wrestling names, what was with Hollywood Hogan and Hollywood Rock? Like, was there some like catch to that, or is it just like a subtle rename type thing?
Well, Rock was never called Hollywood Rock. It's just like a thing, but
a few times, but not officially. But
he was never called Hollywood Rock. That was never a nickname. It was Hollywood Hogan though. So what happened was Hulk Hogan left WWF at the time, now WWE, but he left WWF to join WCW and join this group called the NWO, the New World Order.
Yeah.
Don't even get into it.
I am familiar with the wrestling group and the real group. I won't talk about either.
Anyway, he started dressing in black and white, called himself Hollywood Hulk Hogan. By the way, look who's coming out now. There it is. Well, let me turn the brightness down. I'm watching Raw in the meantime. That's what he comes out to now. It's hard to make it focus because it's my phone, but
in 2003, The Rock unveiled a new look, new entrance theme song, and a new love of tofu under the name Hollywood Rock.
Oh, never knew that part.
Yeah.
I never
How do I
knew
know
he was called
something about
Hollywood Rock.
wrestling and you don't?
I mean, you know the exact height, weight, and the last 15 meals that Jamie Hayter have had. Also,
No, I
her
don't.
personal account from when she was in high school.
Okay,
So
that literally just showed up when I looked up her name.
the the fact that you know it though.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy that I know an account she used from when she was 16 to when she was 16.
Yeah, a whopping like 4 months.
Yeah. It's crazy though, because we
Anyway,
also found that one website of a picture with her from when she was like 19.
oh yeah,
Doesn't look anything like she does now.
you fam.
Yeah.
I think I still think the absolute like masterclass of detective work I did of like piecing together the lip
Hmm.
piercing to the two holes underneath her lip in a professionally made photo.
Yeah, that
That
was
was like the
crazy
greatest
work.
work that I've ever done. That was the greatest work I've ever done.
Yeah, because
If we would
like,
have done that on the show, that'd be a top 5 moment.
yeah, because like, you see some old pictures of Jamie Hayter from like her like teenage years, and I've said this a lot. You have a different face as a teenager than you do as an adult. Like it changes a little bit.
Yeah.
She is turned into an entire different human in that few years. And Landon, the genius he is, found the only definitive bit of proof in one of the pictures in her Instagram. She had like a double lip piercing right here, and if you look
Right
at
underneath the
like
lip.
we were looking at like an 8K like professional image, or professional picture photo shoot, whatever you want to call it, an image of her, and she has two holes in the same spot on her lip. And we're like, yeah, that's her. It has to be.
That was the greatest work that I ever did.
I want her to
And
put a bunch of water in her
I
mouth and spray it out of those holes onto me.
mean, I doubt it goes the full way through because this is like pretty thick skin right here.
That's Well, it's probably healed a bit, but I mean that is how piercings work. It goes all the way through.
And it doesn't just like go through the first couple layers
No, no, it clips
on this
from the back.
part.
Same thing with like
It goes through to here, man. That
no,
sucked.
it's down on like the skin part right here. It's not in like the meat of your lip, but I mean, think of how thick your
I'm saying
earlobe
like
is.
it goes through like right
Yeah,
into like the inside like down in your chin. That would suck.
dude, think about how thick your earlobe is. It's like the same thickness.
I'd say this is like probably like a couple millimeters thicker.
Yeah, but yeah, or like look at like a belly button piercing. They literally just pierce through your belly fat. It was like grab a pinch of skin, just it's just in. Yeah, piercings are horrible. I never want to get a piercing. I don't know why people think they're cool. I don't want any sort of foreign object sticking through my skin. It's not me. But, like that's why I'm scared to get a tattoo. I feel weird just having ink sitting in my skin. I'd be like, get it out, wash it off. Yeah. But I do want
I
to get a
mean, like
tattoo. But I just know I'd have one and I'd hate it after I got it.
I mean, like I have a lot of family members with tattoos and stuff. I don't. I'd like to get one, but I don't know what I would get. That's
I
the
know.
problem.
I know exactly what I'd get, where I'd get it, and who I'd get it from. I just don't want to do it because I'm so scared of regretting it.
It's like my mom and dad both have uh tattoos. Like my mom has two. My dad has I think he has one, two, three, four, five. He has like 5 or 6, right?
Hmm.
And the my dad told me before that my mom needs to like think it out and know what she's gonna get. Has to think on it for a really, really long time, and she's like, has to like have make sure that's what she wants. Like she has to think about it for like a long, long time. Like she waited like I think 15 years between her first and her second.
Hmm.
My dad tells me like I could go into any tattoo shop, look at for like a couple minutes, be like I want that one, just get it. I'm somewhere in the middle. It's like I need to think about what I want. But if I see something cool, I'm like, if I had tattoos, it'd be like, I want one more. Just get something cool.
Yeah.
Like my favorite movie of all time, other than like Forrest Gump and Django Unchained, my favorite like
Talladega Nights.
movie of all time, comedy, Talladega Nights. I mean, how could you hate it? My dad There's a bunch of tattoo artists back in Kentucky, back in our hometown. Well, whenever I was almighty grown up, if it was like during summer or a weekend or something, I wanted to hang out with my dad. We'd somehow always end up in one of those tattoo shops. Like he wouldn't be getting tattoos and stuff. He'd just be like there to talk to the guys. And one of the guys had like a big idea board, like just one-off ideas he would only do. I think it was a one-off board for ideas he'd only do once. Like once somebody picked it off the board and ordered and had it done, no more, it's gone. So one of them was Jesus in a tuxedo T-shirt, saying, "I
Great.
want to be formal, but I'm here to party too." And for years, I was like, "Man, I should ever get a tattoo. I want to get that one." But now that I think about it, I'm like, A, that might be sacrilegious, and B, it's gone. So
Yeah, man, my dad. Like, I hate my dad. You know, there's a reason I ain't seen him in like a decade. He has a lot of tattoos. I don't know exactly how many, but I know like on the bottom of his pecs, like in between like his pec and his top ab. Because my dad is ripped. He like 6 pack, big pecs, huge arms, like bigger than mine. Like, and he doesn't work out. He just like eats peanut butter and smokes weed all day, and he's fucking jacked. I don't get it. Anyways, well, no, he does a lot of like push-ups and pull-ups and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, he's just got like a sun and moon right here, and he's got a bunch of like other dumb shit. Like he's got like a funny face on his bicep, and I don't know, just like weird stuff. The one tattoo I would get if he didn't already get it is a Sublime Sun on his back. I got. Actually, let me see if I got my hat. I think it's right here. Yeah, there we go. So he's got that on his back. Dope ass design, and I would totally get that if I didn't hate his guts so much that it ruined the idea for me. Anyways, yeah, other than that, the only one I want to get is there's a like a single cover for Macadelic, one of Mac Miller's albums. And that instead of the giant orgy of women, it's just one naked woman with Macadelic written across it. I want to get that like right on my thigh, just like so I can look
I
at
think
it.
you've mentioned that before.
I have. I want to get that on my thigh just so I can look at it when I want to look at it. But I know like I'd be looking at it in like the shower and I'd be like, why did I get that? I can just look on my phone and see the picture.
That's the same argument that my dad used with me when I started trying to collect sports cards way back when, because I still do it. Screw it. I'm an adult. I have adult money. I can buy whatever I want.
Yeah.
And but he was saying like, oh, why don't you just like look at pictures of the player or the card on your phone?
I mean, I kind of agree to some degree, but like, when it comes to like my stack of mat relics here, looking at a picture of a mat isn't the same as literally owning a piece of a mat that a celebrity was on. I mean, I hate to, idolize people or whatever, but like, look, Sheamus was on that piece of mat. Why wouldn't I want to own it? I think we might have lost Landy Boy here. It's a bit frozen. It's alright. Oh, man, that is a hilarious position there. Hold on, let me grab a screenshot. Alright, I'm turning that into a thumbnail. Oh my god. That's... Oh. What happened? I'm still recording, right? Yep, still recording. Oh. Now everything's frozen, huh? Oh, we're back.
Okay, you're back.
We're back. Okay. I thought I lost you. Did you lose me?
I lost you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we lost each other.
Yeah, I
You know
don't
what's
know what
crazy?
happened.
What's crazy? I just realized
What?
we might actually get to see John Cena as champion. I hate John Cena, but we might get to see John Cena as champion in Knoxville next
Yeah.
month.
Shit, it's only a
It's
month away.
insane. It's about a month and some
Well,
change, but yeah.
yeah, like a month and a week and a half. Close enough.
Well, we won't be seeing John Cena, but he'll
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
we won't see anything.
Dude, whenever he's walking out and the crowd like finally starts to settle down a little bit, I want to yell out, "Where is he?"
You should. You should. Uh, a couple. I don't think it was this past Sunday. It might have been the week before, if I remember correctly. Me and my mom and dad and a couple other people went out to this place in Knoxville. I don't know if I told you this before, but it's called a Schultzbrow.
Mhm.
This medieval themed like brewery, and they got food and shops and stuff. They're doing this thing called a Ritterfest, and I guess one of the things they do at Ritterfest is have like medieval sword, like long sword fighting, right? They'll dress them in full chainmail armor. Did I already tell this story?
Yeah, we told it on the last one, and we started talking about medieval times after.
Okay, so I didn't get to finish my story then, did I? About the what the guy yelled out during the sword fighting.
You might have, but you can tell it again.
Okay, so yeah, they're doing longsword fighting, full chainmail, full helmets, full shin guards, boots, whatever you want, like wear, right? And in the middle of the fighting, they're like, they're kind of like real close. They're kind of like just kind of hitting each other all over, trying to get as many points in this arbitrary fake point system as possible. It gets quiet. And just hear like one guy from the middle of well, first of all, one of my dad's buddies like leans over to me and says, "You should yell, grab his dick and twist it."
Mhm.
No, it's my dad yells. Not yells. My dad tells me you should yell, grab his dick and twist it. Not even 2 seconds after my dad tells me, yell, grab his dick and twist it. From the other side of the, the open air, on the other side of the crowd, you just hear some dude yell, grab his dick and twist it!
Hell yeah.
Not even 2 seconds after my dad told me to say it.
It's like the classic line to say at a quiet moment in a huge place.
The old dick twist!
Yeah.
If it gets quiet enough at the next AEW show we go to, I'm gonna actually do it this time probably.
Oh hell yeah. You do that at AEW and I'll yell, "Where is he?" at WW and John Cena comes out.
I hope WWE has a moment quiet enough for you to do that, because the fans there are usually pretty raucous, pretty loud.
Yeah, but
AEW crowd, hopefully next time they come back to Knoxville, hopefully it's next year. I doubt they'll be back later this year because they're usually do like big cities a couple times, but nothing else. Maybe next year though, I'll be able to do it.
I mean, I think
Oh my god! Oh, hold up!
they're
Randy Orton just RKO'd John Cena.
damn.
John Cena's out in the crowd, the ring doing a promo, and Randy Orton just slips in. I'm doing like a live reaction to Raw after WrestleMania right now.
No, and we lost Lady again. Maybe he lost me. We'll find out. I don't know what's happening though. I don't keep eating my tacos, dude. They're pretty good. I got some pork. How do you pronounce pork in Spanish? Is it burrito or? Oh, we got. All right, we're back.
Or did you lose me?
I lost you right after I'm doing a live cut, and then just cut off.
This is the biggest rivalry in wrestling history. This is John Cena and Randy freaking Orton.
Yeah. The slithering snake, Randy Orton. Watch out, dude! I can't believe that audio clip is from '05. That's how long Randy's been RKOing people. Actually, he's been doing it since like '02, right?
02 or 03, yeah. Know where he was born?
Where?
Good old Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
You want to know what else a huge moment in Knoxville history is, Tommy Boy?
Johnny Knoxville being born.
Other than Johnny Knoxville being born, the last show that Randy Rhoads ever played before he died was in Knoxville. You know who Randy Rhoads is?
No.
Former guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh.
Not Black Sabbath, but like when Ozzy was a solo artist, his guitar player was Randy Rhoads. He's the guy that played Crazy Train. Burner, 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 that part. That's Randy Rhoads.
Related
He played
to
like that.
Dusty,
He played
Cody, and Dustin? Or no?
no,
Okay.
unfortunately not.
That would be a crazy
Unfortunately not.
crossover.
That'd be like the end game of celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out Randy Rhoads, gone too soon.
Yeah.
one of the greatest guitar players of all time. Not the greatest, but one of the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
Little beer, who do you think the greatest guitar player ever is? Like, other than Jimi Hendrix, that's like the obvious go-to, only correct answer. But who's the, other greatest?
Tom Morello.
Okay, that's all right answer. That's respectable. That's a good choice.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
like
say
him.
Dimebag Darrell though.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've always said that Dimebag was, if he would have lived his full life, he would have been like a top 3 for every person to ever live.
Who's the
You
dude
just like listen to Cowboy
from Soundgarden?
oh, Soundgarden.
Whoever that dude is, he's
Hold
fucking
on.
great.
I know Chris Cornell is a singer. He's really good, but I don't know who the guitar player is off the top of my head. I'll look it up real quick.
Okay.
The guitarist for Soundgarden has 2 listed, Chris Cornell and Kim Thayil.
Oh yeah, both of
Uh,
them. They're both phenomenal.
Shout out Chris Cornell.
For real.
Low key, hold on. I want a biopic made about Chris Cornell. You know who should play him?
Oh, let's see. Is it Chris
Look at
Cornell?
this picture. You know who should play?
Oh.
Yeah. You know who should play Chris Cornell?
Give us the name.
That's Chris Cornell right there. You know who?
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi. You should play Chris Cornell in a biopic.
Yeah.
That is literally. You can't tell me that is not Steve Buscemi.
It's not, but it'd be so funny to see him do that.
I feel like prime Steve Buscemi would have. This era Steve Buscemi would
Mm-hmm.
have made a perfect Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out Steve Buscemi as well.
Mm-hmm. So, topics I got, right? Because I said I got a few of them. Alright, alright. You're probably going to know more about this than me, because I've only heard it through the headlines. WWE bought a Spanish lucha wrestling company, AAA. Alright, we might have lost Landy again, but that's alright. He'll be back in a second. You know, it wouldn't be an unqualified show without Wi-Fi issues. You know, it's just, it happens. Yeah. Okay, well, he's back in audio and
It's
video
unqualified.
now.
Yeah, I'm back.
So WWE bought AAA.
Right. Not the insurance company, but the wrestling company.
Yeah, the lucha wrestling company. What does that entail exactly?
Who knows? I know they're doing like a Worlds Collide type thing with WWE, NXT, and AAA all together at some point in June or July.
Yeah.
Where like all where they're starting to be fighting against wrestling each other and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like, I guess that means like they're gonna get the rights to like use AAA's wrestlers and their streaming rights for their shows and stuff. Maybe, I don't know.
Probably gonna sell a lot more masks.
The last time that WWE acquired a company was WCW in the I think 2001.
Yeah,
like they have a working relationship with TNA, but TNA is its own entity. WWE full on said, "Yeah, we've purchased AAA."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like what all that's gonna entail, but I assume that means they get streaming rights. They get rights to like use whoever they want.
Yeah, well,
Be fun.
Yeah, I love seeing luchador style wrestling. It's it's a crazy style thing they do. It's all acrobatics and super high flying stuff. So that's the kind of stuff I'm into. I like to see more of it. All right, whenever we get Landy back, I may have to tell him to try a new type of Wi-Fi because this is a little bit problematic here. But okay, he's back. Hey, Landy, you want to try some?
It's raining.
Wi-Fi? Oh, yeah.
It's raining here is why. We made a decision. One of the decisions to record today, so that's great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we're trying to keep on schedule. It's not really going to be on schedule. It's going to be like 5 days before this goes up. not from now, from the
Yeah,
last episode.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
speaking of episodes, the last episode, contrary to popular belief, and by popular I mean between us, actually did sort of good. It got 14 views. You know, about average, but it's a little bit of a boost up from this little lull we've been having.
and you know what, boys and girls, we hit not one, not two, not three. I'm gonna quit that, but 26 subscribers.
Yeah, one of them must have unsubscribed because it says 25 now. But we did
It's probably
gain,
Kaylee.
yeah, we did gain 7 subscribers in 2 days, which was crazy.
That's probably Kaylee unsubscribed.
It probably was. Anti-shadow Kaylee, if you
Kaylee.
unsubscribed.
No, anti-shadow Kaylee regardless.
Yeah, that's how you feel.
That's how we should all feel.
But yeah, we're sitting at
Anti-shadow
a
Kaylee.
quarter of 100. That's that's something.
We're we're gonna have a long way to go, but okay. They played that Saturday, June 7th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Is not sponsored by the way, but that's when they're doing the AAA WWE NXT Worlds Collide thing.
Okay.
It's the afternoon before Money in the Bank. Be fun.
You trying to watch Money in the Bank?
On June 7th? Heck yeah.
Okay. I love Money in the Bank matches.
Dinero in the whatever the Mexican word or Spanish word or whatever word for bank is.
I think dinero is
Dinero,
money.
that was money.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like dinero in la, whatever the word for bank is.
Oh, I can look it up. Come on.
I don't know what money in the bank is in Spanish.
You ever like try to open your phone and it just doesn't open?
Yeah, I have it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd be doing that.
It's
Dinero
great question.
El Banco.
Dinero El Banco.
Dinero and El Banco.
Dinero and El Banco.
Honestly, Banco just sounds racist.
I mean, probably because it's so close to Blanco, which is white.
Yeah.
What about gringo? Gringo is my favorite slur in a different language.
I like pendejo.
It's I don't know what that one is.
I don't know what it means either, but I know people don't like it when you say it to them.
I mean, you got anything else you want to talk about? Because I'm completely out of ideas. I'm just like kind of.
You're out? How?
Gonna be the co-host here. Listen, man, I've been sick. My life has not been interesting the past week.
Yeah, I know. I've really just been working. I kind of hate it, but you know, it's one of those things you do, and you get money. Okay, TurboTax owes me like $119 because I went to file my taxes, and I got all the way to the point that I was gonna hit the file button, and they're like, wait a second. We saw in your W-2 that you got medical insurance. Therefore, it costs money, and it was like $70. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then there was like a $59 like service fee. And it's taken out of the return, and my return was like $800. So it's like, okay, whatever. But why the fuck would you do that, TurboTax, you piece of shit? Also, I'm only complaining about this because I was filing my taxes on April 14th, the last day you can file taxes, and it was like 8 p.m., so I didn't have time to start filing somewhere else. I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, just send it. I hate the IRS. Oh,
Aren't we all?
I got a funny guest story. So I was,
Okay.
what was I doing? I was opening up Plinko, I wasn't working at Plinko, but I was just opening it up. And this lady walks by and she's like, "Hey, where can I get like Dolly's like red wine around here? We don't have alcohol in the park." And she's like, "Yeah, you do. My sister sent me here to get it." Like, I promise you, ma'am, there's not a drop of alcohol in this park unless you brought it in. And she's like, "No, like my sister sent me a text saying to get Dolly's red wine." I'm like, "Yeah, you gotta like go to a store to get that." She's like, "I'll look it up." I'm like, okay. She starts looking on her
Where is
phone.
Plinko now?
It's where a fishing hole was.
Okay, that makes sense.
And anyway, she starts looking it up on her phone, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I have to go to this grocery store to get it. Apparently, they only sell it there." I went, "Yep, told you." She was like, "Well,
Yeah.
that sucks. I bought a ticket just to come by that." I was like, "Yeah, all right, well, glad I helped. Whatever." It's like, God, you fucking moron.
Why would you go down to the country fair to get wine?
That too. Why was she walking around the country fair looking for wine?
Where all the little kids go?
Yeah, bewildering. I wonder how
Who else
many
to Dollywood then?
how many other people did she ask about the red wine before she got to me and then looked it up? Because I guarantee I was not the first person to tell her there's no alcohol in the park. If she got all the way to the country fair looking for it.
Mind you, if the park is like, even if the park's completely dead empty, for everybody listening, on the front entrance of the park, getting to country fair is like a 10, 15-minute walk if you're a slow walker, right? 10-minute minimum if you're like walking at a pretty brisk pace.
Yeah.
The amount of people you're gonna have, 10, 15-minute walk at Dollywood, even on a slow day, is pretty high.
Yeah.
There's walkers walking around. There's walkers at every booth, whatever. You could ask anybody. You could ask people. You could call to ask.
Yeah, you could literally like just call the number and be like, "Hey, where's this?" And they'll like, "All right, where are you?" You tell them, and they'll give you directions from wherever you are. Yeah,
Did not know you could do that.
like if I was her, I you gotta pass the what's it called, Mountain Laurel Home Store or whatever.
Hmm?
That's probably the first place I would have stopped in and said, "Hey, where's the wine at, homie?" I wouldn't have walked into Country Fair, walked into games, which you know now is a complete pain to get to,
Oh yeah.
and then asked a games attendant, "Hey, where can I get alcohol?" Why, like, even if I didn't know where it was and we had it, why would you ask me? Why would you ask someone who works in a store?
Well, it's not a complete pain if you go the way between Dogs and Taters and the
Yeah, but nobody knows
ramp, but
about that.
yeah, I probably shouldn't tell people about that.
They're never gonna
That's
find
always
it.
my short. That's always my shortcut for whenever like I heard like if I just knew a train was even coming, I'd go that way because I know people
Same.
would be up like 200 people waiting, like packed out of the train station, just waiting to get on the line for the train.
I just go
I don't.
that way because I don't want to, like walking up and down the hill. All right, whatever, didn't mind it. Walking up the hill, past
I
the
hate it.
train, around the carousel, downhill, and then across the entire country fair. That's like 4 times as much walking as I used to do. I'll just take the shortcut.
I don't even work there anymore, and just like the one time I had to do that route to get down to see y'all, I hated it.
Yeah.
And that was before Mr. Disney Adult kicked me out of the country fair
Yeah,
for
Zach
exercising my
Morris.
First Amendment rights. I'm not name dropping in a negative light for any of my former bosses because I still respect all my bosses.
You know what? If there's something you don't like in the country fair, it was probably Zach. I'm just
Was it his idea to
blame him.
remodel?
No, just whatever you don't like down there, blame Zach.
Whose idea was it? Was it Eugene's idea to tear out the horseshoe?
Who the fuck is Eugene?
The literal like boss of the park, the president of Dollywood, is Eugene.
Never seen
You
him
not
in
heard of this
person.
person Eugene walking around? I've seen him in person like twice. He does God knows what at the park.
I've seen one of the Hershon brothers a couple times this year. I told you that story.
Yeah, well, you trolled a Hershon brother, yeah.
Yeah, I basically just I was running toss across and I saw one of the Hershon brothers in the park, and this guy was complaining about it. I'm like, you know who would love to hear your complaint? That guy over there in the blue dress shirt. He owns the park. And he started going and
Mm.
talking to that guy, and someone else came up. He's like, man, this game's hard. I'm like, yeah, it is. You know who could probably make it easier? That guy over there in the blue dress shirt. He owns the park. And just every person that
Mm.
complained, I sent them over to him, and he was there for like an hour talking to these people.
Man, what a what a what a Chad move.
Yeah,
To reference your PlayStation name, Chad.
yeah. I
I
got
mean,
another funny dumb guess story. I don't remember what game I was on. I might have been on Swisher, maybe. But anyways, this girl, probably I don't know, 12 to 14, comes up and she's like, "Hey, do the rides cost money?" I go, "No, no, no, that's part of admission." She's like, "Okay, well I want to play then." I go, "Well, the games cost money." She's like, "No, no, the rides." I'm like, "Yeah, no, the rides are free. You can go ride them." She's like, "So why can't I play?" I'm like, "Okay, this right here, this is a game. This is something you play. You see those things over there? Those are rides. You get on those and they do things. Those are different." She's like, "I don't get it." I'm like, "Alright, just go away." Also,
that's part of the reason.
my new favorite thing to tell guests when they don't understand rules, it's on the sign.
And you can't get in trouble for it because you're just saying a statement of fact.
Yeah, like, it most commonly happens on either Swisher or Toss Across.
Top glow or top glow for me.
Yeah, that hasn't really been a problem for me this year, but like those two games in particular, people will purposely try not to understand the rules to like try and get one over on you, and it obviously doesn't work because the rules are so fucking basic. So
Yeah.
anytime they're like, "But it's," I'm like, "No, it's on the sign. Read the sign." And they're like, "But read the sign."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and
I just never bet
sometimes,
like people try to export prizes all the time.
yeah, and sometimes they'll like purposely misread the sign. I'll go, "Okay, read the three lines you just skipped over," and then they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, okay," because they know that I know exactly what it says on that sign. I know exactly how many words they skipped.
I mean, it's insane how people like try to screw us over and pawn us out,
Yeah, I'm just being
and
a
then
dick
try
to
to complain
everyone.
about. Yeah. Uh, I was running Goblet one time. This is over the summer, so it's gonna be god awful, miserably hot and busy, and humid and sticky, and I have all kind of dumb guests I'm dealing with. Right? That's how summer is at Dollywood. No matter what department you're in, but especially in games, you're dealing with a lot of awful, stupid people who can't read. So this is during the time we have Mario prizes is like our things at Goblet.
Mhm.
And I'm running my game, doing whatever. I get like 6 people at a time as one does at Goblet because you know how it is. And I had a family come in. They win in a minor prize. The minor prize is like something out of the bucket. It's like a little mushroom or something. And up on the wall have like Princess Peach, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi, right?
Mhm.
And they come back like 20 minutes later after they've had the prize for 20 minutes. Their daughter's been holding it for 20 minutes. And she's like screaming, yelling, crying. This little girl is like a little 4-year-old girl. And the mom, in the middle of me trying to get people's vouchers and buckets handed out, with 6 people playing and like 20 more in line, this mom comes over. She said, "Can you just like make the madness stop and just give her a Princess Peach we want?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, listen, I'm busy, and your daughter won a small prize. Can you not?" She's like, "Please, just make the madness stop. Like she won't stop crying. She really wants a peach." And so I have to like lock in, have to be nice with that so I don't lose my job over this. Me trying to yell at her. And I feel like I cannot give you something you did not win,
Mhm.
and I'm busy. That's that's one of the interactions I've had the most for just like some reason pissed me off more than it should have.
I had one today that like honestly, I didn't have to be a dick to this guy and his kid, but I just felt like it. All right, this kid comes up. He's got two fingers like in his mouth, just fiddling with the back of his throat. Disgusting, right?
Oh,
And he wants to play
yeah.
toss across. And I went, "You're not playing until you wash your hands." He goes, "What?" I go, "Go to the bathroom, wash your hands, come back with clean hands, and you can play." He like goes back to his dad and he goes, "He said I have to wash my hands." His dad goes, "What?" I go, "Your kid has his hand inside of his mouth. That is disgusting. Teach him to stop doing that. He's like 10. And go wash his hands, please. He's not playing until they're washed." He's like, "Yeah, what the fuck you doing that for?" Like, he like
Yeah.
tried to agree with me after, yeah, fucking dude, disgusting.
Some of these kids at Dollywood are the most absolutely disgusting creatures.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna call them like I don't even want to call them kids. It's like these gremlins.
yeah, they're horrible.
Like I will sit there and I will explain the rule, or I get not anymore because I quit that place. But I would like just 4 times, 5 times sometimes have to explain the rules to them, and they'd still be like, do I get anything?"
Hmm.
It's hard to do a little kid voice when your voice is gravelly and scratchy and all this, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah. Kids are usually the worst part of the
Absolutely
job.
awful. Kids are the only reason Dolly was really open. Other than that, it's like kids and the 80-year-olds show them to watch like same country music show they've been watching for the past 50 years, but
Hmm.
not
Which
50
isn't
years,
even
but
good.
40 years.
39. Yeah, they're celebrating their 40th anniversary 39 years after they opened. I don't know
Yeah,
who
that's
can't count. They're definitely not doing Steiner math because that shit is inaccurate. Uh, yeah, it's been 39 years, guys. They're fucking lying to you. And that, like, if you want to go, okay, Dollywood opened 39 years ago. Well, it wasn't always Dollywood, right? You look at whatever company it was before that, right? Like, so yeah, Silver Dollar City. That opened in the 70s, or like, yeah, early 70s. So then we're looking at like almost 60 years, over 60 years since it's been open. Or wait, no, I can't math. 50. Yeah, it'd either be like 51, 52 years, something like that, or 39. Regardless of what point of the park existing you're measuring it from, it has not been 40 years. There's no 40th anniversary of anything this year. And
you really expect person family entertainment to get something that right.
here's the thing, some fucking 40th, huh? That park is in shambles. Everything is gross, everything is low quality, everything's breaking and falling apart. They didn't get half the renovations they said they were going to get done, and the ones that they did do, they half-assed so bad that like nobody likes this shit except for the splash pad, which is fucking horrible. Genuinely, I could not imagine a worse way to celebrate your 39th anniversary than with this dog shit they're doing this year.
I mean, nothing says 40th anniversary like a few water hoses sprouting out the ground and mediocre food
Overpriced mediocre food. It costs 4 times more than McDonald's and it's half the quality.
and half the size.
That too. Yeah, you can get 3 chicken strips for $12.
And that's after our host discount.
Yeah. Yeah, every bite of that
Hollywood
strip is a
host discount is
dollar.
not enough. And you're putting all that money into pockets of the Hersham brothers.
Yeah, and their $1 billion yearly salaries.
Yeah.
I bet they're Jewish.
I mean, their children are not going to have to work a day of their lives because 8-year-olds and 58-year-olds and 98-year-olds love going to Dollywood. Those are like the three age ranges that go to Dollywood.
Hmm.
Are 8-year-olds, 58-year-olds, and 98-year-olds.
Whenever this takes off and we got like 50 billion subscribers, we gotta like get a public boycott on everything Hershey owned. We just gotta get
You ever seen the
everyone that watches to just never spend money there.
You ever seen the time that Steve-O protested SeaWorld?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steve-O climbed up on the SeaWorld, not the SeaWorld. He climbed up on a interstate sign and
Pointing to
protested SeaWorld by
SeaWorld.
like holding a sign. Yeah, going to SeaWorld.
Yeah.
And he like got up on a sign and like had a either a spray painted something on it or had a banner or whatever to protest SeaWorld.
Yeah.
I think we need to do that with Dollywood, like
So
up on the interstate sign where veterans going towards Dollywood. It's like hold a banner that says boycott Hershton.
yeah, it's what is it? What what was the place you just mentioned? My mind's blanking on it. SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
It's in Florida, right? Or California, one of the two. Anyways, wherever it is, whatever highway's going to it, there's a sign that literally says like these two lanes right to SeaWorld. It's got like the two arrows and it just says to SeaWorld. He duct taped himself to that sign and then I think
Yeah, that.
spray painted like fuck SeaWorld and had like a inflatable orca. And then another time he climbed up a fucking a crane, like a 20-story crane, with another inflatable orca and was like lighting fireworks off the top, like dropping mortars down on cop cars.
I love Steve-O so much.
Yeah.
I mean, he
When you're,
he was an absolute moron in his prime, but he's like generally one of the greatest humans to ever live,
I mean, when you're that famous and you have that big of a criminal record already from being a drug addict, who cares
and
about
that
some
much
minor
money.
offenses? Right. If you're rich, you're gonna be famous for the rest of your life and even after you die, and you already have a criminal record that takes up an entire filing cabinet. Why not just add whatever you want to that? Do whatever you feel like. Oh, you're gonna give me a ticket? Oh no, officer. Oh, I had to spend 3 days in jail. I've been there 9 months. You know, it doesn't matter to him.
Shout out Steve-O.
Seriously, we gotta get Steve on here.
I would love to interview Steve-O on this show,
I would
honestly.
too, man. You're like so the double back thing where you swing your dick and balls and catch it with your ass. How did that start?
Or the skateboard guillotine.
Oh god, that one's awful.
Yeah. Or the you ever seen the one where he has like live bees on him and he's naked?
Yeah. Like
The
the
entire Jackass Forever movie was crazy.
Jackass Forever was 99% penis.
It was, yeah, 90% penis, 5% other well, no, I was about to say like other noodles, so that would just be backside. 9% penis, 1% hot chick, shout out Rachel Wolfson,
Mm-hmm.
and then 9% what were they smoking when they came up with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
In all the other Jackass movies and TV shows and whatnot, there's a little bit of penis. Sometimes they do some funny stuff, and you got to get your dick out for it. But like, if the movie's this long, there's this much penis in it. If Jackass Forever's this long, there's this much penis in it. It is almost entirely penis, and for that reason, I did not watch the entire thing. In fact, I don't know, 45 minutes into it, I went, okay, I get it. They just pull their dicks out for 2 hours.
I don't know why they're showing it on a movie in front of millions and millions of people, but
I mean, when you look at everything else they've done, is pulling your dick out that bad? Steve-O had a baby,
uh,
a tattoo on his arm of him fucking a baby.
oh god, that was. I'm sure that definitely came out of the area where he was just like high on
It was.
something all the time.
That was in his drug era, and then I think like he might have still been on drugs when he got that fixed. I forget what he put over the baby, but he got it like turned into not a baby.
Yeah.
Which, that's just wild for a tattoo artist to agree to. Like yeah, like there's a certain line where it's like there's just not an amount of money that makes someone draw that. I mean, I guess there is because someone did it, but yeah, it's wild. Investigate that tattoo artist. See what other tattoos he's done. Might have a questionable history. Do you have any topics, Landy?
I honestly don't.
I thought I had more than I did. You know what we could talk about?
What's
See,
that?
you could try to guess the new wrestling gear I ordered.
Ooh, okay.
I ordered a new mask. It's not Rey Mysterio. I want to see if you can guess not only who, but per chance what color.
Sin Cara?
Okay, that's a lucky guess.
No, it's not. It's not a lucky guess. It's a pretty easy guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
What color's Sin Cara
White
mask?
and silver. White and
Pretty
silver. Or
close.
white and gold.
Pretty
So
close.
it's is it okay, is it white though?
It has a metal color on it.
Blue and gold?
They had a blue and yellow one. I wasn't into it.
God almighty, my group chat won't shut up.
It'd be like that. All right, I'll just say it's black and gold. It's pretty cool.
Okay, that's my next guess. Oh my god, this group chat I'm in does not shut up at the worst times. Anyway,
Yeah, I got a black and gold Sin
black
Cara
and gold
mask.
though.
It's pretty cool. Can't wait to wear it.
It's a full face one too, so that's
Yeah.
not gonna have like a mouth hole or anything.
Yeah, a little
That should
concerned
be
about
fun.
that.
I mean, if the wrestler they would like breathe in it when they're wrestling, you should be able to breathe out of it just sitting.
That's true. Yeah, it'll be pretty cool though. I'm excited to try it on. Perhaps instead of Gold Dust and Stardust, we go as Rey and Sin Cara.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we probably I was gonna say we'd probably be some of the only luchadors there, but after the AAA announcement, I don't know. Also, Rey Mysterio masks are
That's not
dope.
going to affect it at all. That is not going to affect it in the slightest bit. I can
You
tell
don't
you.
think so?
I know so.
Okay.
AAA's not that big of a company in America.
Yeah, that's true.
You've been a fan for like 6 months. What are you going to know about like?
6.
Oh, that's true.
February
5
was
months,
2 months
4
ago.
months.
It's April.
I got you into it about November, December, didn't I?
Uh, you got me interested in the idea. I wasn't really into wrestling until I saw Jamie Hayter's ass shaking in front of me.
Okay, so it's been about 3.5 or 4 months then, depending on
Roughly.
like whenever I got you into the idea. So that was long. I can't believe it's been that long since we went to one in Knoxville.
I can't believe I've bought this many wrestling cards because of you. Not really because of you, just because you got me interested in wrestling.
I got you interested in Jamie Hayter.
And
If
gotta
if
show up
Jamie
on
Hayter
next
wasn't at
episode.
that show, if Jamie Hayter wasn't at that show, do you think your love for wrestling in general will be as big as it is right now?
Yes, because of Swerve Strickland.
Okay, so if neither of them were there, though, it wouldn't be as big.
Yeah, if it was like AR Fox versus fucking goof nut Mike Bailey and Julia Hayter or Julia Hart versus like I don't know Tony Storm, I'd have been like, yeah, it was a cool show, whatever. But like those two being there really like made the show.
Probably didn't have a Swerve Strickland figure yet, or a Jamie Hayter figure.
Do they make Swerve figures? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we looked at them.
yeah.
I might.
If you buy the Jamie Hayter figure, I will personally buy and ship you the jar.
That's okay.
I will personally ship you a mason jar big enough.
I have hundreds of mason jars.
Big enough for a wrestling figure to fit in?
Yeah, I've got half gallons.
Ooh, all right.
Wide mouth too.
Okay, so you definitely need that one.
Yeah. How long do you think
That
it'd
might be
take
the
me to
worst
fill up
joke I've
half a
made.
gallon? I'm just thinking
Uh,
realistically. Like, let's say
3 or
it's.
4 months.
I mean, it's roughly like a fluid ounce every time. Like think like a shot glass. Think
Right.
how many shot glasses fit in a half gallon? I
I'm
think
saying about
it's
3 or 4 months worth.
maybe if I'm doing it like once a week. No, uh, I think it. I I don't want to do the math. Wait, hold on. A half gallon, 64 flu. That would only take 64 days, roughly. Not gonna do it though, because it'd probably smell horrible.
I mean, that's it's a thing though people do, or not a lot of people do, but you know,
You know, before the My Little Pony incident, it might have not been a thing. I don't know if you're familiar with the My Little Pony cum jar and the lore around that, but
I am.
okay.
That's why I'm making the joke. That's why I'm making the joke.
Yeah, there's just been so many memed cum jars since then.
I I'm unfortunately aware about that.
Are you aware of Meat Spin?
Unfortunately.
Okay. It's
I've
classic.
watched
Everyone
I've
has to
watched
see
a
Meat
few
Spin.
I've watched a few too many Wang videos. So,
Hmm.
you know who Wang is?
No.
Ah man, you gotta know about Justin Wang.
Sounds Asian.
He's Asian American. Hold on.
Okay. It's like Van
I'm about to
Alstyne
introduce you
for
to
Asian
I'm
Canadians.
about to introduce you to probably the best, most underrated YouTuber on the platform. One of my personal
Besides us.
favorites.
Okay.
Biggest shout out of all time to Justin Wang. This dude right here,
Pain
absolute
Olympics.
legend. He did a video on the Pain Olympics, and Sama.
Hmm.
Couldn't think of a theme for these
Oh, Tom
videos.
Green. I love Tom Green.
He just Gay Fuel.
Yeah.
He was like the lead of the lead in charge on the YouTube search for the most mysterious song on the internet. If you're aware of that, really good song by the way. That he finally helped crack the code.
Not familiar with that, but
Like if
I'll
you sort
I'll
by
watch it later.
popular, Glass who did Glass Joe beat, Max Headroom, Brian Peppers, Jarman. If you know, you
Yeah.
know.
What
There
man? What
the
jar?
Reddit. Here's this one.
Yeah.
Anonymous for Scientology, Vbros Stock. Like he's made all kinds of videos talking about like, internet phenomena, Mr. Hands. You just like get so into it.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna see, like you if you ever want to go down the rabbit hole
Cake
of
farts.
YouTube, just like phenomena, internet phenomena, go to this channel.
I'm definitely gonna start watching this. This looks phenomenal.
I mean, just like it just goes on. He's been at this for like years. You have like 7 or 8 years worth of material.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, Rusev is back to WWE.
Oh. Can we get some live commentary?
It's awesome. I guess so. Rusev has been out of WWE for about 5 or 6 years. I went to AEW for a while. Has a really hot wife, and
Oh.
he is now back. He's just like ran in the middle of a segment.
Okay.
He's this
Interesting.
big bulked up, jacked Bulgarian dude.
I love Bulgaria. It's one of my favorite countries. I heard Bulgaria has one of the I don't know what you call it, the biggest not biggest concentration. I guess biggest concentration, or like most dense concentration of flat earthers of any other country.
Never heard that.
Yeah,
Oh, he
they think it's flat over there. They know it's flat. I swallow baby Antarctica.
anyway, he started off as like a gaming YouTuber, I guess. But then like started doing stuff about you know, it's the internet
Yeah.
stuff. But like if you just like get into it, he makes like really high quality videos too.
You know, I saw he had one called the top 5 worst people on Snapchat.
Huh?
And for some reason, this guy popped into my head. This guy got banned so long ago, and I found a couple of his other accounts, and those got banned, and I haven't seen him in so long. But there's this guy called Tighten Up, and his thing was like red bulb, blue bulb, red bulb, blue bulb. That was like his username. Anyways, he used to just straight up post like porn on his story. But see, I was like 14, and it was like amateur homemade porn just from people's like iClouds, you know. And so I was like, that's tight. I like seeing that, you know, some candid. Uh, God, I miss that guy.
I mean, I want to give the biggest shout out of all shout outs to Wang. Wang is awesome.
Yeah, seems pretty cool.
He doesn't seem cool. He is cool.
You know who else is cool?
Who's that?
Frank Ocean. But why the fuck ain't he made an album? It's been like,
I'm not personally a Frank Ocean fan.
I mean, I don't call myself a Frank Ocean fan, but I listen to his music, and I'm a Frank Ocean fan for as long as it's playing. And that man ain't made an album since Blonded, which I think has been like 8 years. Uh, maybe less, maybe like 6. But anyways, I know he sort of stopped making music for a while because his brother died. But like, come on, dog. It's been long enough, dog. Make something. Put something out. That's all I got to say about Frank Ocean.
This is gonna be another like episode 36 and 37 scenario. We're just like, this episode sucks.
No, that was 35.
Like we got to record something. Yeah, 35. That's what it was. But we got to record something. Half this episode is gonna be me marking out over the WrestleMania Raw.
Totally fine. You know what we could do?
What's that?
We could find a tier list to do.
We could. We could.
What kind of tier list should we do?
That's up to you. I think it's your turn to pick.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pull you up then. I'll put the screen sharing going. Alright. Tier lists. Well, alright. I think we just start scrolling. You know, we got anime waifus, video game characters, female video game characters.
That's tier maker live. I like go down to get the real ones.
Yeah, we don't want those. 1,000+ video games? I don't know if I know that many. 500+ video game franchises? I don't know if I know that many. 450+, that's a lot. We got sports teams, man. Do you know anything about hockey?
Not at all.
Alright, we're doing hockey, because I don't know shit about hockey either.
How about we just like rate them based on their logos?
Yeah, that works.
Ooh, find one with. Wait, search one. It's like all Big Four teams.
Big Four?
How about that? Yeah, the Big Four sports league. So it's like NBA, NHL, NFL, MLB. Search up like all. So search up all Big Four teams. There we go. Big Four sports logo on the left. The third one down.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, I know 10% of these. All right, we'll
I
start.
can. I'm not even a.
We'll,
I'm not even a
zoom
hockey
in
fan
just
or
a
a
little bit.
baseball fan, but I can name like
Nope,
every
not
single
even at
logo on every single
100%.
team.
There we go. Oh, now the ads are in
Now,
the way.
well, now you're done with these giant ads. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Starting off,
124. Okay. Starting with,
starting off Chicago Cubs
yeah,
of MLB.
my home team. Look,
That's an
they
F logo.
not only does the logo suck, dude, they suck. Uh,
New York Rangers
this
of the
looks like something
NHL.
you'd see on a cigarette pack. It's
It's a pretty cool
kind of
shield.
nice though.
Pretty cool. I like the color scheme. I mean, it's red, white, and blue. So like 80% of
Yeah,
teams do that. I saw a C tier logo. I think. I don't know
yeah.
about you.
We can go with that. Seattle
Seattle
Seahawks.
Seahawks. Unfortunately, cut off. Maybe like a B tier logo though of NFL. By the way,
I think it's like a D tier logo. It's so basic.
we'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
Like if it's like a, if you see the full thing, it's really good.
Oh, so all the ones that don't have a name on them, before you immediately say what it is, because you're gonna know what it is, I just want to take a wild guess at them and get them totally wrong, and then you
All
can
right.
correct me. Anyways, I know this one. Another
Yeah,
home team, the Blackhawks. Not. Yeah. Wait. What are they called? Yeah, Blackhawks. Right.
the
So
Chicago Blackhawks of NHL. Yeah,
yeah, I saw them once. They lost 3-6. So
but
I don't have a high opinion of them. But that is a dope ass logo. It's like an A tier logo.
that is a solid A tier logo. I know it's gonna piss off all the raging left-hard white girls watching this.
This is what they look
Screw them.
like,
That's an A
guys.
tier logo.
Yeah. Anyways, uh,
Hey,
Portland Trailblazers says it.
of the NBA. Yeah,
That's a horrible
a
logo.
D tier logo.
That's a F tier, dog. There's nothing there. What is
That
this?
is a D. That's a. It's more than just saying the name of the team. That's a
Okay,
D tier
okay.
logo.
New Orleans, let's see, Pelicans? I didn't know they
New
had
Orleans
Pelicans in
Pelicans
New
of the
Orleans.
NBA. Who knew? That's they used to be called the New Orleans Jazz, and the Jazz
Oh,
moved
yeah.
to Utah, and then there was the Charlotte Bobcats, but the Charlotte Bobcats started to suck. They moved to New Orleans, became the New Orleans Hornets. No, 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 and then they
What?
renamed the Pelicans. Now there's the Charlotte Hornets. So
Yeah.
there's three teams that are connected, but they're not connected. Stupid.
Yes.
C tier logo.
Uh, what tier?
C tier logo.
Okay. Yeah, I can go with that. F tier, dog. The Oakland A's. It's fucking
Yeah,
awful.
yeah.
It's right there
And
with
then
the Cubs. Like, come on, dog.
they're not even they left Oakland. So now they're playing in a minor league part in Sacramento until they have a park built in Las Vegas. Stupid.
Now,
Who's this one, Tommy Boy?
see, there's this shoe store called Red Wing Shoes. Hold on, let me find the
Uh-huh.
logo. That's that's not what I'm looking for. Not shopping. Imgiz. Yes, yes. Okay, I gotta look up the logo. Probably should have done that. Yeah. You see what I'm going with here?
Uh,
I'm gonna call them the Red Wings.
the Detroit Red Wings of the NHL. Yeah,
That's what they're called? No way.
they're the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, that's sick. Anyways, I love that picture. That's A tier for me. Maybe S tier. That might be
That
S
is a
tier.
yeah, yeah. That is an A tier, S tier logo. It's a wheel because Detroit's a pretty big city in terms of cars with a freaking wheel like a wing attached to it.
Yeah. I can't believe I guessed that based
Chicago,
off a shoe store. When you use the wrong formula, get the right answer type shit.
yeah.
Oh,
Chicago's logo and Detroit's logo are two of the best in hockey, though.
yeah,
And I don't even
that's
watch a
good.
lot of hockey.
All right, that's the White Sox, obviously. The thing with
F tier.
Chicago is, yeah, first of all, it sucks. Second of all, if you're from Chicago, 99% of Chicagoans like the Cubs. The ones that got drunk, started a fight with someone, and lost, go for the Sox because they blame themselves getting beat up on the Cubs. the Sox fans are the rudest people in Chicago that you would never want to be around with because they're all losers and assholes. It's just, this is my 2 cents.
When I say
Nets.
minimalism ruins sports logos, you're gonna see this like starting to take effect. NBA is the worst culprit of it,
Yeah.
and this is the first culprit of minimalism ruining sports logos. F tier.
I'll give you that. Nets. Alright, I get that's the name. B could be so many places. Where are they from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn, New York. They used to play in New Jersey as the New Jersey Nets. Now they're the Brooklyn Nets.
I thought they had a different name.
There's the New York Knicks
Yeah, that's what I was
and
thinking of.
Brooklyn Nets. Two different teams. Two
Yeah, I
different
was
teams.
thinking of the Knicks. Okay. The Los Angeles, as that one reporter would say, N words.
Yeah. Great
like
team
this one.
historically. Awful logo.
What?
This is the basketball that says Lakers.
Yeah, I think it's like a C tier. It's decent.
I didn't say D tier.
We don't give it top of D tier. Steelers. Again with the minimalism.
Pittsburgh.
Not a fan.
That's been their logo for a long time. People say it's good because it's iconic. It doesn't change the fact that it's a really bad logo. F tier logo. I mean, I get that it has like I get it has the colors, stars that correlate with like the chemical makeup of steel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make it a good logo.
Yeah.
But a penguin playing hockey? NHL cooks with their logos. B tier.
I feel like. Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't guess the name. I would imagine it's the Penguins.
Pittsburgh.
Okay, makes sense. I know this one because I see it at work all the time. The Memphis Grizzlies.
That's like a mid C tier.
Here's the thing. Grizzlies. Memphis. You know where Grizzlies are from?
Not Memphis.
The
They're
Northwest.
From west.
Yeah, you know where you find a lot of black bears? In Tennessee.
In the
you know
South.
what's in Tennessee? Memphis. Why are they the Grizzlies?
Okay,
Why are they named after a bear we don't have?
Okay, so they were founded in the 1990s with the Vancouver Grizzlies, but Vancouver didn't have enough money nor fans to support an NBA team, so they're like, screw you guys, I'm going home. Pull out Eric Cartman, screw you guys, I'm going home. Relocated to the giant pyramid in Memphis. After the pyramid started to suck as an arena, they built a new one, and they moved into that.
Okay, that's...
They just kept the name.
Yeah, I guess it'd be weird
Instead of becoming
if you changed it to like the Memphis Blacks. Like, yeah, obviously, this is what the team's made of.
Yeah. Instead of becoming the Memphis Crime Rage or the Memphis shootings or the Memphis Black on Blacks or the, Memphis Black Bears or the Memphis Black Homicide, the Memphis Grizzlies, they kept the name.
Okay.
All in all, C tier logo though. Pretty good bear, but some of them just have like the giant letters saying the name.
Because they like bottom C tier just because the name.
Yeah.
LA Supersonics.
That's the Los Angeles Rams of the NFL. Their old logo was a lot better than this. This is like a... Look up Rams logo 2016.
Here's the history of it. Okay, the
like that logo from
specifically is pretty tight.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
I like that,
huge downgrade.
1970 to 82. Just... It's plain, but it's a really detailed ram skull. The 44 through, like, 50, though, what is going on here? Who drew that?
Well, that's back whenever, like, it was, like, really, really basic, really early on, so it's like...
Yeah.
They didn't have, like, the tools to digitally design everything. Everything was done by hand.
I bet that one was done by hand, and that's fucking cool. I don't know.
I mean, they didn't have
Anyways,
the tools to make really good logos back then.
anyways, yeah, that's a pretty nice old logo they had there.
Their new logo, that's like high D, low C. It's not a really good logo at all. I mean, the Rams horn is the only thing saving it.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a Rams horn, honestly.
Coming up is this is a rival team, one of the big rival teams to my favorite NFL team, but I will remain unbiased.
I know they're the
Just
Buccaneers.
take a guess.
Where are they from, though?
But of
Albany.
what city? I think there's gonna be Pirates in Albany, New York,
That's my
Tampa
guess.
Bay,
Okay.
which isn't even a real place. It's Tampa.
Yeah,
There's no such place as Tampa Bay. That being said, it's a pretty cool logo.
it is.
A tier. I hate the team. I absolutely hate the team with everything in me, but I love that logo.
I don't like this one. The Charlotte Hornets.
Neither do I.
It's a D
Yeah,
tier.
it's in the F tier or
F
D tier.
tier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just a
Yeah, we'll
circle
leave it in
with the
D.
name. You know, it's got
Fair point. Leave it
something,
in
but
D.
it's not great. Seattle Mariners.
Even the compass can't. Yeah, even the compass can't say Seattle Mariners.
It's better than the White Sox, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, where's the Magic from? Oh man, trying to think.
Think about somewhere that would like what city would something magical be linked to?
None of them, because they're all ran by satanic
What city?
pedophiles. Uh,
What city? What big city is known for having a magical place? The most magical place on
Pigeon
Earth.
Forge. If you ask a
Happiest
Dollywood
place on Earth.
employee.
What is that?
Uh,
What would the happiest place on Earth be?
I'm pretty sure it's like Denmark or Sweden.
Orlando, because of Disney
Oh,
World.
okay. Yeah, if you can call Disney happy. Anyway, okay,
If you got
Orlando
rid of
Magic.
the giant, if you got rid of the giant block lettering saying Magic, this would be like a B tier logo. The block lettering lowers it down to like a low C, high D, but the basketball
Yeah.
with contrail is really cool.
Actually, you know, I'll put it by Grizzlies. Uh, the Golden State Warriors. I
It's the
think it
Golden Gate
sucks.
Bridge on a
Yeah.
circle logo. Yeah, it's the F tier logo.
Actually, it's kind of better than these, but I think Cubs is like the best of the worst. Might be biased. It's also just it's got something to it.
Now go through look at the Timberwolves logo history.
Okay.
Look
Okay.
at the absolute downgrade.
Yeah, that old one is way better. I mean, like, come on, dog. I say it's not like
Look at that.
it's pretty good, man.
You know, they're old jerseys. They're old jerseys in like the late 90s, early 2000s, across like the collar and the whatever around the shoulder had pine trees on it.
Yeah, sure did. There you go. Pretty cool. Anyways, this. I think the line's dying.
Eat here.
Yeah.
We got this much water left too. I'm conserving it.
Uh, man, Phillies. The
Philadelphia
Philadelphia
Phillies, yeah.
Phillies, yeah. You know, it's sort
That's
of,
like a
it's creative. It's a baseball diamond thing with a bell, the Liberty Bell with the crack. And, it's in
yes,
cursive. Most of them aren't in cursive.
like a C tier logo.
Yeah, it's like a high C. Now, this is probably San Francisco. What teams do they have in San Francisco? I don't think it. Oh, is it? Let's see. Wait till they got the. Is this the 49ers?
That is indeed the 49ers.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, Perfect F tier. Kind of fits the bill. Maybe B tier.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like a Rams type thing. I don't know. What do you think? I
I
might
think
be
like
wrong.
bottom of D.
Okay. This see KC, Kansas City, Kansas City Chiefs.
That's indeed the Kansas City Queefs, yeah.
Yeah, because they got the Flint Arrowhead.
Shawn just texted me saying that whenever you and me are done, he's going to do a draft night with W2K25. I asked him if he wants to record with us. Watch him ignore that direct. Oh, he's responding right now. For the
Oh
first
my
time ever,
god!
we're getting a
Oh
Shawn
my god!
Blanchard response.
Live on air?
He said, sure. He said, sure.
No way! Oh my god!
You have Shawn on Discord yet?
No, no. What's his name?
Okay,
I'll add him.
I asked him what's his Discord name.
Okay. Yeah, friends on PC. I've never done that. Friends.
Oh man, I just asked him like, what's your Discord so we can add you. He better respond.
Yeah, he better.
Anyway, let's get back to this until I get a
Okay.
response from
Yeah.
Shawn.
Yeah.
We kind of got lost
Yeah.
in the sauce for a second.
Okay. Shawn
F
sauce.
tier logo just because it's the Chiefs.
Yeah. Fair.
Just because it's the Chiefs F tier logo. Just because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift exist.
This looks like a
Exists.
cyclone. I'm gonna assume it's some sort of a cyclone. Is it the Cyclones? Is that a team?
That's close. That's the Carolina Hurricanes. If I had to root for a hockey team, it'd probably be that, just because I like the color scheme.
Yeah, it's not bad. Sort of reminds me
This
of like a Shadow of the Hedgehog
this is
type
like
thing.
a solid B tier logo.
I'll give you that. You know, it is just a circle. It doesn't even have words on it.
But it's like a hurricane though, so it's got like the spiral pattern.
Houston Astros. That's come on.
F.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's topping.
Oh, what do we got? What do we got?
Let's go, Shawnee boy.
Do we got a Discord name?
Okay. I will copy it so I don't dox him, and I will send it to you.
Okay.
Or I can add him.
Yeah, you can just make the group.
Well, you know more about using it than I do.
Okay. Wait, just text me
I'll send you the name on Snap real quick.
Okay, I got you. Oh my god, we're actually gonna have Shawn on. Can't believe it. Alright, fuck, we're closing the stream. We ain't finishing this tier list, fellas. We're getting Shawn freaking... I don't know if he wants to say his last name on here.
Well, we've done it a couple times.
Shawn Blanchard, the sexiest man alive.
The literal peak of humanity.
Yeah.
The alpha male of our species, as Brock Lesnar was described as. The alpha male of our species is actually Shawn.
Yeah.
My God, I don't know if y'all can see that on my ceiling.
I see it.
The stink bug?
Yeah.
God, okay, are you gonna add Shawn now?
Yeah, I added him.
Okay.
I sent him a friend request. He has to accept it.
We'll go ahead and
Oh, there we go.
add him as a
There we
friend
go.
as well. Oh, he accepted it?
Yeah. Alright.
Let's go, boy.
Start a DM. Alright, here, hold on. You
I really hope Shawn has a mic that doesn't sound
Alright,
completely awful
join
for
that
this.
group. We're here. Allegedly.
All right, we're here.
Yeah. Just waiting on Shawn.
Oh boy.
He might be here. Shawn?
What a powerful second half this episode we're gonna have.
Oh yeah, this just turned around for us.
Just one second.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
We do have about an hour and a half left, right, Tommy Boy?
that's a fantastic question. I have no idea how long we've been going. Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Okay, we can always cut it about 30 minutes shorter. So if it starts to drag out too long, because the people will be fine.
Yeah, yeah, all 25 of them.
Our viewer retention rate will actually go up because it's
It will.
shorter than that, and people
Yeah,
think about it.
yeah. I'm trying to think
I
how we
cannot.
can get more watch hours because we don't have that many, compared to like we have like half the watch hours of the content we've made. Like we've made like 130 hours of content. And we have like 60 something hours of watch time.
Gotta start doing like clickbait thumbnails, like
Oh
big red
yeah,
circles and arrows and hot women. That's
I I,
the
I did mention
biggest
like
ways to get.
like I don't know 10 episodes ago or around the time we started making thumbnails that we should just for a second like just record for like 30 seconds and just do like those kind of faces just so I can clip and make
Yeah,
better thumbnails of those.
like 2016 peak era of YouTube sucking era
Oh
thumbnails.
yeah.
Big big red arrow pointing to me.
A big red
Wait,
arrow inside a big red circle. Yeah.
Unqualified show episode 39. Gone wrong.
Gone sexual in the
Don't
hood.
don't do unqualified show recording at 3 a.m. That
Calling the
kind of thing.
unqualified show at 3 a.m. Gone sexual in the hood.
Calling KFC Australia at 3 a.m.
Oh, I should
Calling
clip that on the moments and then make a clickbait thumbnail out of it and call it that. Like, dude,
calling
imagine.
Alright,
chicken.
I'm back.
Oh, we got him here. Shawn, do you got a camera? Can we show him your beautiful, beautiful face? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's
Yeah!
him! Yes!
Shawn!
Shawn Blanchard. Oh my goodness.
Shawn's
It's so
here!
good to have you here.
What's up? What's up?
We have been hyping you up for 37 episodes, Shawn.
Yeah, we have been calling you the sexiest man alive for 37 episodes. Whatever 37 times 3 is, that's how many hours we've been in love with you publicly.
I have to take my time joining. I'm like John Cena, you know? You gotta get me all hyped up.
Man.
Y'all are looking at the most charming man alive.
Yeah, this man pulls every woman he wants. If he wanted your girl, he'd have her.
Not even a close conversation right there.
Yeah, he just shoots a wink and that's it.
Like, Shawn can walk into a room and there will not be a dry pair of panties in that entire room.
Nah, it would be soaking. It might be dripping through the floorboards.
It would be flooding.
Yeah.
Cities flood whenever Shawn enters the city limits, alright?
Dude, I can smell it entering the city.
You think they build dams to hold back the rivers? Nah, it's to hold back the panty flow when Shawn's in town.
They have to reinforce it whenever they hear Shawn's visiting, you know?
Yeah, Shawn has to, call the local governments ahead and say, reinforce your levees, I'm about to break them.
Oh, man. Shawn, you got anything you want to say to the audience?
You want to talk about WrestleMania?
100%. I believe, okay, that John Cena was the right call to win.
Same.
I just believe it was a terrible ending. Like, Travis Scott was the worst person that they could have had come out.
That was an awful ending.
What a amazing WrestleMania.
Drumsticks, the ice cream, maybe accidentally leaked John Cena winning early.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Shawn?
I didn't know.
So they posted a video on like Instagram or something with like a massive drumstick holding a belt, or like the title belt they were going for, and it had John Cena's name and logo on it. And so everyone's like, "Oh, they just leaked John Cena's winning."
Real quick, Thomas, did you just turn Mexican? What are you doing?
I just see you.
Oh, I just see you like slowly put on a mask, like mid conversation, like no heads up, just slowly put it on for no.
Yeah, I got this like 3 or 4 episodes ago. It's pretty cool. You know, it's got some gold on it. It's real nice. And then
Yeah, that's one of his classical masks.
I just ordered a black and gold Sin Cara mask.
I didn't even know you knew who Sin Cara was, Thomas.
I do because of Landon. Landon knows
I heard this
everything
one
about
too.
wrestling.
Not everything. You just asked me like randomly earlier, like if I said who's the main event of WrestleMania 6, who'd you say? Just off the top of my head, I'm like, was that Hogan versus Warrior?
And it
I looked it
was.
up. It was Hogan versus Warrior. And Thomas is saying like, oh, if I asked Shawn who the main event of WrestleMania 6 was, he wouldn't know.
Shawn, who was at
I
WrestleMania
wouldn't
8
know.
main event?
I don't know.
Exactly. Landon, who was at
Probably Hulk
WrestleMania
Hogan.
8 main event?
WrestleMania 8. I know 7 was Hogan versus Slaughter. Was that Warrior versus Savage?
Let's check. I bet it was.
Okay, what we saying? Oil was Savage. What's going on?
Who was the main event of WrestleMania 7? Was that Warrior versus Savage?
I only know like full WrestleMania main events, and that's the like last 3 we just had, and then
7
WrestleMania
was
29.
no 7. 7 was Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 8 was Hogan versus Sid.
See,
Not who was not?
he knows all of them.
No, I'm on Wikipedia right now looking at the 9th one.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh. Where'd Shawn go? He's probably having sex. Y'all don't know, but Shawn is the
Wait,
busiest
Shawn
man
left
alive.
already.
He just, at
I
any
mean,
given
we
moment, he just
we
pops out, dips it in, comes back, you know.
Hey,
there he is.
real quick, something came up. I will go, but when the next time you are recording?
I don't know, a couple days.
If you
Probably
when?
probably a couple days from now. Probably Wednesday or Thursday.
Probably Thursday, I'm
If
hoping.
you text me, I'll pop up in after 8 o'clock when I get off work.
Okay. Yeah, we can make that
Alright,
work.
I'll talk to y'all then.
All right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and there's Shawn going to dip
Oh,
the wick.
so okay, so are we just not gonna do the drafts on PlayStation after?
Okay, we probably
I'll
are.
text them afterward and ask. Yeah, I'll text them afterward and ask.
Yeah, but there you go, guys. You got to meet Shawn, the legend.
He was worth all the hype and more,
He was.
honestly.
I know our 16% woman audience was screaming, squirting, and
Oh,
orgasming to him right there. I mean, I was. Yeah,
um,
y'all didn't see because my hands were down here. I was fucking just, I was going crazy.
our viewer retention rate better go up after that.
It just went up 9,000%.
Yeah, that's really just saved us having Shawn on the show.
It did. Bro, you know what?
I love Shawn.
I think it might just be this camera, because sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't feel this jacked, but god damn, I appreciate my arms today. Also, I feel like my traps have been growing a little bit. I sort of pop out when I flex them now, which is cool. You know, I feel like being a little nasally and gravelly like you are right now, you might be able to do a good Vince McMahon impression.
And I think send myself into another fit of coughing.
Get him out of here! I can't do his voice, but
It's like I just feel a tickle in my throat at all times that I'm like trying to suppress. That's what
yeah,
I'm fighting right now, trying to record for you people.
man, I like tickles.
Yo.
And speaking of tickles, man, this one time I was on Red M, which is like the roleplay version of Red Dead Online. And I was just in this one lobby, right? And I got kidnapped by this dude, and he was gonna like hold me hostage while I did a bank robbery. I'm like, alright, that's cool. Well, where are we going after? And he's like, oh, I got a guy in my crew, might take you to like a tickle party or something. I'm like, oh, I like tickle parties. It's like the whole time we're in the bank, I'm just like, man, I'm just waiting for that tickle party, guys. When are you taking me to the tickle party? You know? And then, like a admin or a mod or something from the server just like takes me way out into the wilderness. And is like, I don't like you talking about that P Diddy shit. Don't be talking about no tickle parties. You're banned. And just like kicked me. I'm like,
Mhm.
you piece of shit. They brought it up. They said we were going to a tickle party. I just wanted to go. Yeah, so I think that was Sin County. Don't ever go in Sin County. That mod's a fucking loser. Hope he dies.
I can say confidently, Red Dead might be the best video game story that I've ever seen.
And you know what's unfortunate about it being one of the first non 2K games you've ever played?
It's not one of the first non-2K games I've ever played. I've played plenty.
It is in my mind, because when I look at your PlayStation games, it's just 2K, 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 2K. Anyways,
I've played quite a few others.
now that you've
Oh,
played Red Dead 2, no other story-based game you ever play will ever feel good because of it. Because it won't be Red Dead. That's been my
Did you
biggest
see
problem with
the
gaming since playing. Is just nothing out there is as good as Red Dead 2, so I just keep playing Red Dead 2.
you ever seen the clip of Roger Clark talking at a panel, whatever, about like the director of Red Dead called me and said, Roger, we gotta re-record your horse lines.
Yeah.
And Roger's saying like, oh well, why were they not good? Casting director's like, well, they sound a bit too intimate.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're talking to a horse.
Yeah, because Roger's like, you're a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Easy girl.
Yeah,
Is Roger Clark the greatest video game cast member of all time?
he might be. I mean,
Him or the guy that plays
Dutch.
Butch, honestly.
Yeah, by Benjamin Byron Davis is
I've
quite a
got
guy.
a plan.
You know, so in the game, they sort of scale everyone to be sort of similar height. So everyone in Red Dead 2, their character models are somewhere between like 5'10" and 6'1". Benjamin, who plays Dutch, is like 6'7" or 6'8", and he has a massive wingspan. Like his
Massive.
wingspan is like 6'10". So apparently,
Huge.
when they were doing the motion capture, because he's playing a guy that's 6'1", he'd have to ask like, is this in the right position for me to reach out and look like I'm 6'1"? And sometimes they'd have to literally like reposition stuff in the volume, which is like the recording room they're in, so that it looked like he was reaching at the correct height for something. And instead of having the motion capture dots and like the normal place down his arm, they'd put like two here and then like two here, and then they'd have the ones for his hand like spliced out here, and then they would just take his hand and put it down on his wrist so that it looked like he had normal length arms for Dutch, because otherwise he'd have like super long like Elastoman arms.
I want to see 6'7" Dutch, honestly.
Yeah, Arthur is supposed to be like 6'4", and he's I think 6 foot flat in the game. And actually, if you look at his bandolier, the shoulder strap with the ammo, it sort of sticks up above his shoulder a little bit because it was meant to fit his bigger player model.
I never cried at a video game ever until Arthur's horse died. He had got down on one knee beside it and just said, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pause the game. Genuinely, I had to pause the game after Arthur said thank you to his horse.
Yeah, me too. And that
Like
whole fight up the hill is.
no line in the entire game hit harder than that. I'm not saying like I've got a plan. Not saying
I've
I don't
got a
know. I'm
goddamn plan. You just need to have some
not Arthur
goddamn
saying
faith.
not Arthur saying I'm just I'm scared. Not anything about like escape or getting away or apologizing. No, nothing hit harder in that game. And Arthur saying thank you to his horse.
I mean, him sitting next to well, actually, depending on your honor level, you either get Reverend Swanson or Sister Calderon when you're talking about having TB. And, that line where, if you play high honor anyways, I think you get Sister Calderon. And he's like, sister, I got TB. It's gonna kill me, and I'm scared. That sort of hit me because that, like, I don't know, just hearing this guy who, like, even earlier in the game, if you, like, you do, like, all the side missions, you really, like, stick around and, like, walk slow to places to hear every bit of dialogue. You hear Arthur say a lot of times that he's not scared of dying, he's not scared of getting hurt, whatever, he's just out to do stuff if he gets killed, whatever. So to hear him finally, like, know he's facing an inevitable death from TB and just saying he was scared, like, that's so sad.
I think Arthur's dream way of dying would be like doing what he's been doing for his entire life, which is, being a gang member. I think he would prefer to die like just in the heat of the moment, unexpectedly, a fight or a mission or something. I think
Yeah,
knowing. I don't think he was scared of dying. He's scared of knowing he's gonna die.
yeah.
That's my view on it.
I don't think he'd exactly want to go out in a gunfight, or I don't think he ever. He doesn't
If
seem like.
he had to go out,
Yeah, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would think about how he wants to go out ever. Like, he just wouldn't think about dying. This is not something that crosses his mind. But I feel like if, like, in the middle of, say, the Saint Denis bank robbery, like, he got shot right out there with Jose or something, he'd probably be alright with it.
he went down with someone he was close to.
Yeah. Man, that Jose death was so sad, too. It was so, like, just sudden and out of the blue. It was like, oh no, they got Hosea? And they pushed him out into the street, and before they even shot him, we just knew. You know?
That and the Lenny death.
Yeah. And what really sucks about
Boy.
that, I think that should have been optional. Because, like, if you quick draw fast enough, go in Deadeye, you could shoot both of those guys before they're even out the door fully. Like, you have a perfect angle on them. But they script Lenny's death, and I think, like, that would have been fine if you had a bad reaction time. Maybe the first time you play, Lenny dies, you find out the second time you can save him when you actually try. I think they should have let you save him, and then at the end of Chapter 6, when everyone runs away, he should have, like, ran away with Tilly.
Yeah. Oh, it's because they're black?
Yeah. They can go find a cotton field together.
So you're not fine with Tilly's actual ending of marrying a lawyer?
I mean, I don't mind that.
Good on Tilly for marrying a lawyer. Or whatever he was.
Yeah. I don't like how ambiguous and just open-ended some of the character endings are. Like, Sadie, you just sort of hear towards the end of Chapter 2 that she's... I think you get a letter or something. She's in, like, South America fighting some war or something. It's like, why? Why didn't you go to California? Why are you in Brazil? But, yeah, she's doing that, and, like, Charles just, like, went north to Canada to help more natives, and we know how that went. They got
Find a
Canadians up
wife.
there.
Find a wife.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the explanation they give in the epilogue.
Yeah, I
And Sadie
guess,
says
yeah.
she's going down to find a new husband.
Yeah, but you get a letter from her that she's, like, fighting a war somewhere. And, yeah, anyways, some of the endings are kind of ambiguous, but, you gotta get everyone out of the story except John, because he's, John, Bill, and Javier and Dutch are the only ones mentioned in Red Dead 1, which was made 14 years ago, so, it just sort of sucks that some of the choices they made, for the forced continuity of it, and,
Now, I can see this starting to get to a drag. You know what we can finish, Tommy Boy?
what?
What we started, like, 20 minutes ago.
I might have closed the window.
It might have saved.
It might have, but I was kind of hoping Shawn would stay on longer. Let's see. Story. That's okay. I was gonna say. Oh, it did.
Dang, I'm a professional tier maker.
All right, it is in fact here.
Oh well, we're good to go then.
Yeah. Let's get.
All right, moving on. Who's this up here?
That would be. It's got a G. It's got a G and some wings.
Formerly the Indians, if that helps.
This is the. Oh, I can't say that word. It's racist. I don't know. I can't.
Cleveland Guardians.
I would have never guessed anything close to that.
That's like a C tier logo, I think.
Yeah, maybe like middle C. I'm assuming this is capital or capitals.
Yeah, Washington Capitals.
Okay.
Washington Capitals of NHL. That's another one that says the name. I mean, the L's a hockey stick. Still an F tier.
Yeah. All right. That is Toronto Maples.
That's
Wait,
the
Supersonics.
Winnipeg.
It's
That's the
got jet
Winnipeg
on it.
Jets. There's no
Oh.
no Supersonics anymore. It's Winnipeg Jets of NHL.
Okay. It's pretty cool.
That's like it's low C tier, I think.
I was thinking low B. Kind of looks good up there, you know. She's a little full.
Whatever you want to do.
That one, I believe, is the Dallas Cowboys.
That is the Dallas Cowgirls. That's the F tier logo.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It's just a star.
Uh,
Fun fact, I actually have an autographed miniature helmet of the quarterback for this team.
wow. Now, I feel like I should know what this one is.
It's one of the more obscure NFL teams. Like a non-NFL fan probably wouldn't recognize it.
Is it a Texas team? I feel like this is a very Texas look.
This is a Texas team, yeah.
Texas Longhorns.
That's college.
Well, that's my guess.
That's the Houston. Okay, it's Houston. Guess what their mascot is if they're based in Houston with that logo?
Houston Rockets?
That's basketball.
Okay.
I kid you not. If you want to take one more guess, you can.
You can tell me.
Okay, where's the city of Houston?
It's in like the middle of Texas.
I'm saying like, okay, I'm saying like, what state is Houston in?
Texas.
What would you call somebody from the state that Houston is in?
Is it the Houston Texans?
It is the Houston Texans.
God, that's awful.
But that's such a good logo. That's an A tier logo.
I agree. That's the worst team name I've ever heard.
Of the bull with like a Texas star that's eye.
That's the New England Patriots. Tom Brady plays for them. He's gay for his son.
Played with him. He's retired.
Yeah, he kisses his
That's
son on the lips.
That's like a C tier logo though.
Yeah. This one. I bet they're called the Lightning or the Thunder.
The Tampa Bay Lightning of hockey.
Okay. I think I've heard Taylor from PKA talk about them. I don't know anything about them, but this logo sucks.
Yeah, F tier logo.
Now,
Real quick, I want you to look up Chicago Bulls logo upside down. Just tell me what you see.
Yeah,
The
I've
Bulls
seen
logo
that.
upside down.
Everyone's seen that. It's a robot fucking an animal.
It's a robot reading a book.
I think he's getting down and dirty with something, but you know.
I think he's reading a book.
Could be. Anyways, S tier. It's a bowl.
It's a really good logo, yeah.
It's like one of the best logos. There's a reason they haven't changed it in forever.
This is another S tier.
That's the Miami Dolphins. I know that one.
It is. That's an S tier logo as well.
Yeah, it's a dolphin.
Back in the 70s, the Dolphin used to be wearing a football helmet.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cat. I feel like Kentucky Wildcats is on here though, wouldn't
That's called Kentucky Wildcats is college.
Okay, so that also wouldn't be the Wildcats, but
These are professional logos. None of these are college.
I don't know the difference. Alright, I know there's teams. Anyways, alright, so that's a cat, right? I don't know what kind of cat that is, but that's like a cougar or a panther. And no, that's a panther, that's a cougar, that's a lion. So that could be a saber-toothed tiger. Is it the saber-tooths?
Let me try to guide you here. What is Actually, no, I'm not gonna bring that up. It's from Nashville. It's a hockey team. The Predators.
Oh.
That's their actual name, the Predators. That's such a good logo, though. That's an A tier logo, in my opinion.
I think it's like that's a B tier, dog. Look at all the other cats. They all got something cool about them. This one's like off like a knockoff cereal box.
Real quick,
Like you
yeah,
got
put
Tony
it in
the Tiger,
B tier.
and then you got like
yes.
And then you got
I gotta
Timmy
go
the
pee.
Tigre. Okay.
Well, I'll explain the next one when I come back.
All right. That is definitely the Mr. Beast logo with the colors changed. But we'll let Landon tell us that it's not. Anyways, while he's gone, I'm gonna smoke marijuana. 420 was yesterday, and I rolled 4 joints. I intended to smoke 4 joints, and I did not. I only got through 3, and I actually lost one. That one, I didn't really lose it. I just dropped it, and I didn't see where it dropped, so I couldn't find it for a couple hours, but I found it, so I'm just gonna smoke that later.
Found that.
Okay.
What do you think this logo is?
I was thinking about that. Hold on. It is the Mr. Beast logo with the colors changed, and it's just the Mr. Beast logo.
This is the Minnesota Wild. Now
Okay.
I'll look up the full logo because it's cut off here. You can't really see what it's supposed to be. I want to see if just because I didn't know it until like 4 or 5 years after I saw the logo the first time what it's supposed to be. It's the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, it's the Mr. Beast logo with different colors.
What is the logo like shaped like?
A beast?
It's not a beast. It's not the Mr. Beast logo at all.
Dog.
They look nothing alike.
Come on, dog.
This logo's been around for like 30 years.
What is it?
Look. The Minnesota Wild. It's obviously like a river stream going to a forest.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the logo though.
I'm looking at it.
It's a bear. Bear head.
Oh.
And I didn't see that until like 3 or 4 years
Okay.
after I saw the logo the first time. So it's a bear head, even in like this nature
I
scene.
thought it was a cat, honestly.
That is an S tier logo.
Yeah, it might be. Anyways, Panthers.
Gabby Rourke. Shout out Gabby Rourke. This is her favorite team.
Is it the Panthers or Cougars? No, that's Panthers. That's gotta be Cougars.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, Jaguar. Same cat, different name.
Right.
Anyways, pretty cool. I mean, I like it. I like cats in general. I like animals, you know.
Solid B tier logo.
Yeah.
I mean, the only semblance of the team color, you know, one of their team colors is that blue. It's only in the tongue,
Yeah, it's a nice
but still a
detail.
cool color. A cool
Uh,
cat.
New York Mets. You can tell because it has New York on it.
That's like a D tier logo. I mean, it's good because it has a skyline, but
I was thinking
the other
C
one were
tier
just
because
like,
it's the only circle with a name that's like really detailed.
yeah, yeah.
You got a whole city skyline. You got the stitching. You got like an outline. You know, that's more than any of these guys are putting in.
All right, who's up next? Who's this?
Well, we had the Oakland A's. So I don't. Oh, that could be A for Alaska because it's got a snow hat on and it's got like cold wind. The Alaskan Thunder.
This is the Colorado Avalanche,
Okay, that makes sense. Basic as logo, I
which
think it's
is
a D tier.
that's like a D tier logo. I mean, it's pretty cool for the name, but the logo itself sucks. That's how you describe an avalanche.
Yeah. Uh, I've seen this. I can't think of what it is. If I had to take my best guess, I don't know what the team name would be, but I think it's Oklahoma. That just seems like an Oklahoma thing. Or
This is
maybe Arkansas.
the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh God, okay.
So this is the This is going to be
This is gonna be in
Paul
Indiana.
Clark's favorite team. This is Paul Clark's favorite football team right here.
God damn it, that can't be canon.
D tier logo.
Yeah. Uh,
Have fun cracking this one here.
man, it's a S. The I can't think of a name, but I bet it's S for Sacramento.
I literally gave you the name. This is the Seattle.
Alright, gonna be honest, we lost you there, but I'm pretty sure he said Seattle.
Seattle Kraken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
I
did.
said have fun cracking this one. It's the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
D tier logo. It looks like the S we used to draw in middle school, just like crappier and slanted.
Yeah. Alright, we had Seattle Seahawks. I mean, that's an Eagles. Eagle. Who has the Eagles? Is that Philadelphia?
It's Philadelphia.
Okay.
Philadelphia Eagles.
That being said, I feel like A tier is kind of empty, and this is a really nice Eagle.
Well, okay, if you know something, every single MLB, not MLB, but every single NFL logo faces to the right, except for that one.
Yeah.
And look at the feathers on the back of the head. What shape it forms?
Huh?
An E. The feathers on the back of the head form an
Oh, yeah.
E for eagles, obviously.
Oh.
That being said, and just like the logo itself, pretty cool eagle. That's like a low A, high B in my opinion.
Yeah. Uh, See, I would guess this is the Colts, because that's a horse. So,
But that's the
I'm gonna say, what's another name for a horse? Steeds, steers, I feel there's a name I'm not thinking. Mustang. That's the Mustangs.
think about Ford,
Yeah, Mustang.
Bronco.
Oh, okay.
My next one would have been think OJ, but
See, I would have got that. Well, like Ford, horse, Mustang. Yeah, the horse is on the car, you know?
I should have said think crappier.
Yeah.
That being said, that's like a C tier.
Yeah.
Okay
Okay,
logo.
okay. I've talked about the Milwaukee Brewers on here because Gage, we gotta make Gage's DM on this episode. Gage is a Brewers fan, and he bet me I think it was his left hand that the Brewers were gonna win the World Series in like, I don't know, 2018 or something. Spoiler alert, they have never won a World Series in their entire life, still to this day. So he owes me. Well, actually, we kept betting on them after that. He owes me like a hand, a foot, both balls, half his dick, and like something else. Like that man bet literally like most of his important body parts on this team, and they lost. So.
Real quick, you saying Gage and being a Brewers fan, that reminds me, there's a kid from not kid, he was older than me. This guy from my hometown passed away recently. His name actually Gage Brewer. So I just want to say, RIP that kid. I didn't know him personally. I never met him, but a lot of people I know knew him and said he was a great guy, just all around great person. So I just wanted to mention, if anybody who watches this show somehow also knew him, I've heard a lot of great things about him since he passed away. I've heard he's an awesome kid. I just wanted to mention that because you that put me in mind of you saying that.
Okay. Well, anyways.
My one of my best friends was one of his best friends.
This fits our
That being said,
other
other than the baseball mitt having a B and an M in it, pretty crappy.
Yeah.
You notice that the mitt has a B M in it?
I noticed it now.
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings.
New man on the Minnesota Vikings. That's an A-tier logo.
Yeah, I like it.
That is such a good Viking. I mean, it's a little too complex. Then again, the Red Wings is too. But come on, it's
Big B, Boston Tigers.
It's another. Okay, it is another cat. It's Cincinnati.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. I don't think there's any Bengal tigers in Cincinnati, but
Cincinnati Zoo, dog. They got one.
No. F-tier logo though.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, the striping is cool, but that's about it.
What the fuck is this?
You know, you can get discounted tickets to watch this team by working for Hershend.
Harlem Globetrotters?
You could last year at least. This is football.
Oh. Discount. I don't remember. Just give it to me.
Tennessee Titans.
I thought their logo was just a big orange T.
That's University of Tennessee.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's Tennessee Volunteers out of Knoxville. This is the Tennessee Titans NFL team out of Nashville.
That's cool. It's like a solid B tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Indiana Pacers. Paul Clark's favorite basketball team.
F tier.
Yeah. That's a pelican. I don't know what it says on the hat, but I bet it's the Pelicans. Where do they got pelicans?
Baltimore Orioles.
Oh. Okay.
This is probably Big Bill Hill's favorite baseball team.
Okay.
Please tell me you know Big Bill Hill.
No.
Oh my God! Hold up. We're about to. Remember the car commercial? Did I not show you the fake car commercial?
What? No.
How do you not know who Big Bill Hill is? Hold up. We're gonna take a break for a second here.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Hold on. Here we go. We have a video to watch. Big Bill Hills. Hey, please just let me know when you're watching.
I'm watching.
Fuck you, Baltimore! If you're dumb enough to buy buy a new car this weekend,
You're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars.
bad deal.
Cars that break down.
Thief.
If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill,
You can kiss my ass.
it's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker.
You'll fall for this bullshit.
Guaranteed.
If you find a better deal,
Shove it up your ugly ass.
you heard us right.
Shove it up your ugly ass.
Bring your tray.
Bring your title.
Bring your wife.
We'll fuck her.
That's right, we'll fuck your wife.
Because at Big Bill Hell,
You're fucked 6 ways from Sunday.
take a hike
to Big Bill Hell.
home of challenge pissing.
That's right.
Challenge pissing.
How does it work?
If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet,
You get no down payment.
don't wait.
Don't delay.
Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off.
Only at Big Bill Hell.
The only dealer that tells you to fuck off.
Hurry up, asshole.
This event ends the minute after you write us a check.
And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker.
Go to hell.
Big Bill Hell's Cars.
Baltimore's filthiest.
And exclusive on one of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland.
Guaranteed.
The greatest fake ever made.
I like how they're talking about the cars being pieces of shit, and those are, like, some of the coolest cars I can think of. Also, just thinking about it,
Just
man,
Baltimore made me think of that.
I wish there was, like in the style of Dick's Last Resort, like a rude car dealership. I would genuinely be more considerate of buying a new car if the guy was like, alright, what the fuck do you want? What are you looking for? Okay, you want that? Yeah, let's go drive it. Alright, it's been 3
How
seconds.
have you-
Do you like it? What do you think? You don't? Alright, fuck. Alright, let's go back to the dealership. Alright, you buying it? Like, honestly, yeah, it's quite performance.
How have you been on the internet for probably 15 years and never seen Big Bill Health?
I don't know. I've been on the internet for since I don't know, probably 2006.
Yeah, so that's about 19 years.
It's crazy.
Anyway, feature logo.
Yeah. You said which tier?
And dog.
Okay. It cut out both times. I heard E. I'm like, shit, we don't have E. We had New England Patriots, and this looks kind of similar, but it ain't the Patriots, so it's the Alabama Starfuckers.
The Columbus Blue Jackets
That is a horrible name.
of hockey. This is C tier logo. Got a lot going on.
Yeah, a little too much going on. I wonder who that could be. It's the Giants written in giant letters.
What city?
Oh man, Giants. Who plays for? Or where? I think I know this somewhere in my head, and it's just not coming out. Giants. Giants. Where would the Giants be from? I don't know.
This is the San Francisco Giants of
Yeah,
MLB. This is the F tier logo.
it is. Is this the Cincinnati Reds?
It is.
Okay.
This is their F tier logo.
Yeah. Carolina Shark.
This is the Vancouver Canucks.
Okay.
D tier logo. I mean, it's better than just having a circle in a name.
Yeah. This is obviously the Vegas Raiders, right? Vegas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, currently Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a
E
fan
tier?
of this one. Yeah. I think that goes right up by Buccaneers. You know, they go hand in hand.
I said D.
Oh, I thought you said B. That's what don't
I
you like
said
about
I
it?
said D. I mean, it's just a little basic.
Basic, dog. It's a shield with a guy on it wearing a helmet with swords and an eye patch. Tell me that doesn't go next to Buccaneers.
Not the most basic colors though. It's just black and white.
But the design has so much going with it that the lack of color is okay. We'll go C tier.
I'm not trying to like persuade you to put it only in D. I'm saying like we can meet in the middle. Who's this?
Uh, the 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 Dodgers. I don't know who they play for.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay. Uh, sure.
Of MLB. So this is a the you know one of the logos of all time.
Yeah.
F tier logo.
Yeah. It's one of them that they've ever made for sure.
Who's this?
I'm almost certain I know this one. Um,
Then say it.
is it a West Coast team?
It is.
Okay. Is it a Californian team?
It is.
Okay. Uh, is it a is it a is it a San Francisco team?
It is not.
Oh, is it a San Diego team?
Not.
Is it an Anaheim team?
Technically, yes.
Uh, uh, yeah, Anaheim something. That's what I'm going with.
Formerly the Anaheim Angels, and then the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Now they're just the Los Angeles Angels.
Okay.
He had two baseball teams playing in Los Angeles, although one of them, people try to say is technically Anaheim.
Yeah.
F tier logo is just an A.
Yeah, it is. We'll put A next to B. uh, that's the Rams.
Buffalo Bills.
Damn. Alright.
That's literally a buffalo.
Yeah, I can't see the whole thing. I don't know what it is.
C tier logo is what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if you agree, but
I do. San Antonio Spurs.
if it was just a spur with a little U-shaped thing on it, fantastic logo. That's what they typically use, but this iteration of it where it's all spelled out,
I don't mind it.
the big blocky one's like a D tier, because it's like a big giant block. If it was like their actual logo would be really high.
I think this is like a C tier.
I'll give you a low C, high, whatever,
Okay.
if they want to do that.
No, we'll do bottom C. It's nice. It's got some, some 3D-ness to it. I wonder where they could be from or what they're named. It's impossible to tell.
I wonder, it's impossible to be anything but a D tier.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I see. I would have thought, Buffalo something here, because that's Buffalo. No, it's a bison, ain't it? You know what?
Either or.
Yeah, I bet it's not even named after whatever that animal is. I don't know. What's it called?
The Buffalo Sabres, one of the most forgotten teams in all sports.
You know what? I could have guessed Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Context clues.
E or F though.
Yeah, that's just an F. That's let's see, it's got a mountain and some pickaxes and a b-ball basketball, little thingamabobber. It's half and half colored though, so where do they got mixed race basketball? That seems like a Ohio sort of thing. I think they got coal mines in Ohio. I'm gonna say the Ohio coal miners.
The Denver Nuggets, and their logo
Damn.
used to be so good in the 2000s.
Let's see that. That one?
That logo was
We got a whole
so much
list.
better.
Oh, that one's not. Yeah, I like that. That one. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the gay logo was weird.
Some of these other ones are a little questionable too, but yeah, they kind of got it in '94. They understood it. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Minimalism.
Yeah.
Minimalism ruined everything. Still a solid like low C, high D in my opinion, but
Okay, yeah.
it's better than just like a letter. It actually has symbolism to represent the team.
Yeah. CR, man. Um, Carolina Reapers.
That would be a really good team name, but that's the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
F tier logo.
Yeah, alright, we got A, B, C. Oh, we gotta get a D somewhere in there. I don't think there is one, but you know. Philadelphia 60 or 76ers.
Again, another team that has some great logos, just an F tier one right now.
Yeah. See, I think that's the Jazz.
It's not.
What is it?
This is the St. Louis Blues of
Oh,
NHL.
okay. Should have guessed that. Taylor from PK is a huge Blues fan. Anyways. Yeah. Wow.
E tier?
Yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, D or C. Yeah.
All right.
Man. What kind of bird is
My
that?
team right here. My team right here.
Is that a falcon?
This is the Atlanta Falcons.
Hell yeah.
And my God, not even being biased, my God, this is an S tier logo.
S? I think A maybe. Like high A, you know? Or, like,
Listen,
there's
I
no
gave you the
bird there.
Chicago. Listen, I gave you the
Alright, alright.
Chicago S tier.
That is an S tier.
I want look now. Look up the Falcons stadium seats real quick, and you'll just see something cool about it. Then kind of go to images. See if you can find right there, right the bottom left. Look at that section on the right.
Oh, yeah.
The feathers. That's so cool.
That is pretty cool. Wow.
Falcon Stadium in general is beautiful. I want to go to it so bad. I've never been.
Nice stadium.
I think that might be. Yeah, that's just like a generic stadium. Maybe no, is it? That might be from a different angle actually.
Yeah.
It's probably a different angle.
Yeah, the feathers
I didn't see the.
like here.
I didn't see it at first.
Like imagine like a wrestling ring right here, and like front row seats like WrestleMania at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
The Falcon Stadium is beautiful.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz. I've talked about it on here multiple times.
Okay, even the outside, man. Look at that.
God,
German.
that's
At its finest.
that is a architectural wonder.
That is an engineer's nightmare.
It sucks that the Falcons are so bad. Yeah, I'm saying that about my favorite team.
This is the New Jersey Devils.
It is.
Is that quantified? Is that like F or D?
Low D.
Yeah. That's Miami Heat.
That is the Miami Heat.
I think that's kind of cool.
E tier.
Yeah. That looks like a shark. Is that a shark?
Of what city? It is, but what city?
New Jersey.
San Jose.
What do you think about
That's
the shark?
like it's a shark biting down on a hockey stick. Solid mid C tier probably.
Yeah. Alright. This is something Braves.
What city?
Let's see, what city's Brave? Where was Kyle Rittenhouse when he murdered those people? Kenosha, Wisconsin. I've been to Kenosha. I live really close to it. Is that the Kenosha Braves?
Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
F tier logo. I mean, it's just Braves with an axe.
Yeah. Also, I still can't believe how close I used to live to Cal Rittenhouse. That's crazy.
I think this is the Ottawa Senators. This logo sucks. It's really crudely drawn.
That, yeah. I was gonna say like the
It's
Toronto
really crude
Trojans
drawn.
would have made no sense, but oh, it's maybe like a D tier because they got something going on, but
Yeah.
it's kind of bad.
I mean, it's like the worst in D tier, honestly, because it's just like really crudely drawn.
It's just the New York. Can't quite read that. Slanders. I don't know.
Islanders.
Okay.
Yeah.
F. Colors are
Yeah,
awful.
it's a bad logo. Hey, blue and orange is an alright color scheme. It's just F tier,
Yeah,
by
we
the
did
way,
it
for the
first
Atlanta
time, yeah.
Hawks.
Yeah. Same with the Bucks, probably. It's not that.
No, zoom in on the Buckhorns.
Okay, too far. That's the best I got.
That's actually the shape of the lines on a basketball in the Buckhorns.
What?
Okay, look up Bucks logo basketball. If that gives you anything. Images. Maybe we should look up hidden basketball. A Bucks logo hidden basketball.
That?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
There's a basketball hidden in the antlers.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, you know,
It's
I guess if
and
you
these
look at all the
and there's also
lines, it kind of makes sense.
there's also an M in the neck.
There is, yeah. That one's kind of obvious.
That is a B tier logo.
All right, I'll give you that. It's better than I thought it
Two
was.
hidden messages. It would be a S tier if it didn't have the circle underneath it and all that, but they had some really good logos too in the
Toronto
past.
Raptors.
It was if it was the Raptors 1990s logo, S tier. Currently F tier. You ever seen their 90s logo?
No. Oh, that's so
This is the
cool.
biggest downgrade in sports history. Our
Oh,
old jerseys have that Raptor on them.
yeah, that's way better.
This is the biggest downgrade in sports logo history.
That's the St. Louis Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals football.
Oh, dang. That's the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is like E tier.
Yeah. Maybe see we got some birds up here.
Right.
P. What is this?
The Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay, at least it doesn't say PP. What? Suspicious traffic. Hold on. They're trying to take us down. Israel's trying to stop us. Anyways. So, what do we think? Oh no. Oh no. No. Israel is straight up DDoSing me right now. This is not okay. Yeah, that's a really cute picture of Landon. Oh. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, that's an F tier. The P.
Yeah, my bad. I got DDoSed by Israel, but I survived.
Oh.
pretty sure that's what it was, anyways. What were we saying for this?
F tier, it's just a
Okay,
P.
yeah. Boston Celtics, man. I like this one. Not just because Kyrie
Solid
Irving
B
played
tier
for
logo.
him. Yeah. Pittsburgh Oilers.
The Oilers are from Edmonton.
Oh, that's Canadian, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
F tier.
Yeah. The Cincinnati. What would have an H? Hyenas.
I think this is the Montreal Canadiens. And the H stands for Habs. They call their team Habs because that's short for inhabitants, I guess. And
Dude, oh my fucking god, dude. Not why? This is terrible. What's up with my...
yeah,
I don't know what's up with my Wi-Fi. It's just... It keeps randomly disconnecting. Anyways.
it's a solid F tier though. Now who's this?
The... Uh... Let's see, he's got a V. The Virginia Spartans.
This is the Vegas Golden Knights.
Okay.
Really, a really cool logo, I'd say.
It is.
E tier.
Yeah. Washington Wizards, that's an F tier, right?
Yeah. Now, if it was the Washington Grand Wizards, that was a that was a bad joke, even for your parts, probably. Honestly,
No, it's pretty good.
I had to come up with my bad cop moment of the episode.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Um, shit, the Calgary Heat.
Calgary Flames. That's a really
shit,
good.
I was gonna say Flame. I fucked that up. Yeah.
That was a really good answer though.
Yeah.
E tier just had the flames coming off of it.
Yeah, I guess. Still just a letter, but yeah. Man, it's obviously the Ravens. Because that's a Raven, I think. No, it could be a Blue Jay. It's kind of blue. This is Blue Jays, ain't it?
No, that's the Ravens, but
Damn.
what city?
Shoot. Who do they play for? Man,
Think about Big Bill
Ravens.
Hell again.
Philadelphia, Boston.
Baltimore.
Fuck, yeah.
Baltimore. Yeah. This is a A tier logo in my opinion.
Yeah, I like it too. I like nice birds. They're cool. Same with the Cardinals, man. I think that's an A tier. It's a cardinal on a bat. It says Cardinals.
Yeah. Agree.
Oh man, that's D. Is that a D actually? I don't. What is that? That could be a B.
That's a D.
Okay. Detroit. I don't know what in Detroit.
Oh, it's the Detroit Tigers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just A B C D. Yeah. Just keep going.
Sure.
Florida Panthers.
Florida Panthers of NHL. This is probably a C tier.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Phoenix Suns. That's like a
Certainly a logo.
that's like a Black Ops 2 custom emblem somebody would make. That whole picture right there has let's think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, There's 12 layers. If you were to make this in Photoshop, you can make it with 12 layers. Anyways.
D-tier logo, though?
Yeah. Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of says it. It's not a bad logo. It's, I don't know, C tier.
I'm going to say like high D, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think high D is more fair. Panthers. Who would the Panthers play for? It seems like a South Carolina team.
You're halfway there.
North Carolina.
It's just the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they do play in North Carolina. They do play in Charlotte.
Okay.
It's just the Carolina Panthers.
Is that A tier?
E-tier logo, though. What? Okay, I said D tier.
I thought you said B. My bad. Okay, well,
I said D.
we'll meet and see. Why do you think
That's
that's a
next,
D?
though.
Why do you think that's a D?
Just like barely any detail on it. Also, it's the Hornet. I'm not the Hornets. The Panthers. I hate the Panthers.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
And because actually, no, I won't say it. You're still guessing.
Oh, shit. Who do the Lions play for? New York?
Detroit.
Okay.
So
I don't know. It's a lion. It's kind of basic. It's blue.
E tier.
Yeah. Miami. We had Miami Dolphins, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. That's not a dolphin. That's a swordfish. The Miami swordfish.
Miami Marlins.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that would make more sense.
C tier logo.
Yeah, I kind of think B tier. That's where most of the animals are. It's got some detail to it.
Sure.
Man, a D and a star. I can't think of anything. What is it?
The Dallas Stars of the
Okay.
NHL.
Okay.
That being said, that's another F tier logo.
Yeah. There's a lot of detail here. I'm really picking up on what this is.
There. Yeah.
What
The
hell is
Los
this?
Angeles Chargers.
Okay.
Because you were never going to get that anyway.
No. There's also, I think, an F tier. It
It's
sucks.
just a lightning bolt. It's just a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
F tier.
That's Louisiana, right?
Right?
Saints.
That's the New Orleans Saints. But that's an F tier just because it's the Saints.
It's also kind of basic.
I'm saying that
Same with the Washington
partially due to the
Nationals,
fact
dude,
that that's the Falcons' biggest rival. And also because the New Orleans Saints helped aid and cover up the Catholic Church of New Orleans in their attempt and their, I guess, actual doing so of touching little boys and little girls. The Catholics in New Orleans went to the Saints, and the Saints helped cover up a child molestation scandal. Forever and always, the Saints will be the worst franchise in sports.
It's it's hard to disagree with facts, folks. That's horrible.
The New Orleans Saints actually helped cover up a child included scandal. I won't say the word twice for YouTube reasons, but
So, anyways, the Washington Nationals straight up stole the Walgreens logo.
F tier.
Yeah. Green Bay Packers, obviously.
F tier is just a G.
Yeah. What if you see D?
I don't care how iconic it is.
We'll put go on the right there. G. Oh, the Mavericks, the Dallas Mavericks.
At Dallas Mavericks. E It's for Dallas.
Yeah. New York Knicks.
New York Giants.
Oh. It's just more letters.
I want you to look like 6 or 7 logos over to the right on the top row.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
So, see, SD, that could be South Dakota. Or South Dakota got. Could also be Sacramento.
It's not. It's South Dakota.
What's
It's not Sacramento either.
What does Saskatchewan got? What does San Diego got?
San Diego. San Diego, yeah.
San
It's
Diego.
a Spanish name, I'll tell you that.
The San Diego Amigos.
San Diego Padres.
Okay. It's just letters. You can barely read them.
It's Poop Brown.
Yeah.
You got Poop Brown and Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, Detroit Pistons.
This era of their logo, F. Their early 2000s logo, S tier. Look up their logo. Hopefully we'll have to look up anything else. But you're going to want to see their 2000s logo.
What am I looking up? Oh, yeah.
The Pistons logos.
Oh,
Look at that from the 2000s, man.
How did they get rid of
It literally had a horse on, like a flaming horse.
Yeah. Wow. We got LeBron's favorite team, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's unfortunately a F tier logo currently.
Yeah, always. It sucks. Same with this. It kind of sucks. Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Kings. I think it's like a D tier logo though, because there's, it's got cool colors, purple and silver.
Yankees. Kind of
F tier just because it's the Yankees.
Same with, Blue Jays, Birds kind of cool.
Yeah, C tier.
Yeah. Knicks. What do we think about the New York Knicks?
Their full name is officially the New York Knickerbockers. They only go by the Knicks.
I like to call them the Knickers.
They only go by the Knicks, though. It's a alright logo. It's like a C tier, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess it's something. Houston Rockets. Maybe D tier.
Yeah, this logo's a D tier.
Man. That kind of looks like an E, even though it's not. But I'm gonna say the record players.
The Philadelphia Flyers.
Okay. That being said, kind of sucks.
Yeah, F tier.
Same with the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a yacht right next to Mariners. Where's the Mariners?
And a Clipper is a sailboat, so I don't know why it's a yacht.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll put them right next to the Mariners because they suck. E.T. Phone Home.
This is Osama bin Laden's favorite team, Tommy Boy.
What?
Did you know that? That's Osama bin Laden's favorite sports team, the New York Jets.
Oh, okay.
New York Jets.
Yeah. I get it.
F tier logo.
Yeah.
Who's this right here?
The Washington Nationals.
Washington Commanders. Used to be the Redskins.
Yeah.
Now they're the Commanders and their logo sucks.
Yeah.
This.
What? Am I getting beat off
Again?
again? Stop it, Israel. Alright. This. We got the PK Shadows, Donald Duck. That's awesome. That's an S tier. I don't care what anyone says.
That is, yeah, the Anaheim Ducks S tier.
All right, we got another A. I don't know that many places with an A. Atlanta. The Atlanta, we pretend we're not black.
This is the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Okay. That being said, it's an A, so we'll put an
Yeah.
F. So we had Kansas City.
Kansas City Royals.
Okay. Some more letters though. So A B C D E.
I assure you, you'll never get this one.
C T or T C. At least give me that hint. Is it CT or TC?
The letter C appears nowhere in this team's name,
Oh.
which is crazy. The C does have something to do with it.
Well, like where it's from, right?
Yeah, sure. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, so, is it...
There's no C anywhere in the team name or the city name. There's no C in the team name or this team or the city or state name.
Well, that doesn't help.
The C is directly related to the name.
But...
It's okay. It's the Minnesota Twins located in Minneapolis. And the TC is for Twin Cities. Because Minneapolis and St. Paul are often the Twin Cities. That said, that's a god-awful logo. You have to know the Twin Cities lore. F.
Yeah.
By the way, they butchered. They got rid of the Arizona Coyotes and their magnificent logo for this bullcrap, the Utah Hockey Club, which doesn't even have a real name yet.
Yeah, that
F tier.
sucks.
But the Coyotes logo was so good.
Oh, do we have this already?
No, this is Utah Jazz. This is the team that exists now. We had the Blues, St. Louis Blues, which were up a note.
Oh,
Here.
they're up here, yeah.
I think this one's a D tier just because it's plain one color.
Yeah. Honestly, this is like a F tier, dog. This is the shittiest bear I've ever seen. I don't care if
This
it's
is the Chicago Bears.
Sucks. Yeah, I don't care if it's Chicago. It sucks. It's a horrible logo.
Yeah.
I genuinely I don't like it.
Kept the C. We agree that
I don't know where they're from.
We agree this is an F. Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay Rays. You think F?
I'm thinking F.
Yeah, all right. Same with this. I don't care. I don't care where that's from. Oh, I dropped my mouse. Where is that from, anyways? Oh my God! Fucking Israel! Don't DDoS me. God damn.
You're saying what now?
That red T. Where's it from?
That's the Texas Rangers of MLB.
Oh, okay.
The Texas Rangers is a real team name.
We got the LA Kings, who used to be Kings and shit.
F tier.
Yeah. Red Sox. Aren't they from Indiana?
Boston Red Sox.
Oh.
Boston.
Okay.
B or C tier, I think.
As a not a White Sox fan, but just a Chicago native, it doesn't feel right putting their Sox over my Sox.
So you won't even put it in like a D tier or anything?
Yeah, actually, I would. I don't like the White Sox. You know what? Nah, actually, you know what? Fuck the White Sox. You can take C tier. This is the dumbest logo I've ever seen. I don't care who it is. Fuck you, F tier.
Boston Bruins.
This is the
Finally.
dumbest logo ever. I don't know. I don't care. Whose is it?
The Cleveland Browns.
Okay. Where do they go? I'll let you. You can have this. This is all you.
D tier. It's just a helmet.
All right. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The definitive Big Four tier list. Alright, this is not up for debate. This is true. This is all factual. If you have to...
This is based on their logos.
Yeah, logos alone,
Obviously.
despite some personal feelings in some certain places, but if you're ever in an argument with your friends over who has the best logo, revert to this tier list. It's the truth. Anyways.
It is the only way. Okay. We probably got enough time now, don't we?
We're actually 5 minutes over.
Okay, yeah, finally we can wrap up and we can get inside into the fantasy draft with Shawn.
Yeah.
If he's still online. If you want to text him, ask him if that's still on while I'm pulling up my outros, we can.
I gotcha.
We didn't do our shout outs, so I guess while we're doing that, shout out Bo, shout out Larry, shout out Chrissy, shout out Tajikistan, shout out Chicken Burger, shout out KFC Australia, shout out KFC Australian Girl, shout out Gabby Rourke, shout out Jimmy Hader, shout out Dua Lipa, shout out Megan Bain, shout out Jimmy Hader one more time, shout out Boat one more time, shout out Shawn, shout out Beanie, shout out Jimmy Hader one more time, shout out Megan Bain another time, one more shout out to Megan Bain, shout out Rainbow Stereo, shout out Mankind, shout out Cody Rhodes, anti-shout out Kaylee. Anything else you want to say other than shout out Jimmy Hader, shout out Jimmy Hader, shout out Jimmy Hader, and shout out Moo Juice?
Shout out Chris Benoit, shout out Will Ospreay, shout out Kenny Omega, shout out Isaiah Swerve Scott, shout out Swerve Strickland, shout out the kid that loved I Love You, Steven.
Love you, Steven!
And shout out Jamie Hader for like a 19th time, because I didn't say it once this episode. That's it.
And shout out Shawn one more time for finally joining us this episode. That being said, remember to use your signal. Tip your waiter unless they suck. Also remember, the switch on your ceiling fan does something. I don't know myself what it does, but remember, it exists, it's up there, and it's lonely.